Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Called for episode 136 of On the Backs of Gods. I am your DM, Jillian, and we have all of our players today, same as always. We have Kyle, Matt, Katie, Josh, and Greg. I'll give us a quick recap because, as you can see, we're in the middle of something. So, last time you all had arrived at the Wise One's Parapet, an old ruin that is known to be a pain in the ass. But contains a relic that you are trying to get to for, it seems, some personal reasons, but also to beat some cultists to it. And if you can at least beat the cultists to it, isn't it worth it? I guess we'll find out. Well, here's hoping. Fingies crossed, and maybe you get to kill some cultists in the process. Oh boy. But you made your way through on the outside, invisible tower, and once inside, greeted with traps and constructs and wild magic as the amount of magic in the air, I suppose, or the environment. Is it just the tower? Is it the forest? Is it both? Unclear. But wild magic has been popping off, introducing some new friends into combat for just a moment, affecting people, making the fireballs, doing all the fun stuff. And you've all, through blood, sweat, tears, been making your way down the tower and have made it to the lower levels where the stairs have fallen out from under you. And you now stand at the entrance of a hallway filled to the brim with statues and statue pieces. Mm, There are 6 statues of beautiful, sort of picturesque women standing in different poses and positionings along the wall. And in front of them, just strewn about the place, are other very realistic looking statues that have just been obliterated, turned to dust in some scenarios. Hands, legs, pieces of faces still visible and noticeable. um, there's a couple that are in vaguely okay condition. The best condition one you can see from your vantage is, it looks like a woman who has curled up into the corner and, like, limbs in, hand up, in a look of terror upon her face, as she no longer moves but maintains this look. For safety, you take Rufio and you throw him into the room. He is currently a large dire wolf. And as he makes it about halfway through, the picturesque statues of women begin to move and walk and approach Rufio, requesting that the wolf comply. And as they all are risen back to consciousness, life, off button, go on button, whatever. Um, they move inwards on the wolf in the center of the room, as a couple of them on the end shift their heads towards the group that are pressed to the back of the room. And that is where we are going to start our session tonight, is in this hallway. And I would love everybody to roll initiative.
Great.
Unnecessary. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. 20 and up.
24.
Okay. Do, 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 do. 15 to 20.
19.
It's 17.
Also 17.
Whose dex is higher?
I have a 12.
Mine's 14.
Okay. So Nyx. Row. And then it would be Keld at the end. What do we got, Keld?
8.
Perfect. You start off the combat in this cramped room as all of you look on at the horrible, jagged movements of these creatures as they begin to animate and make their way about the hallway. And you can see one of them slashes at the large dire wolf in the center of the room, and you get a glance at its hands. And on its hands, just like the floor, there are bits of blue that flash on the fingertips. As it rakes a claw across the skin, a bit of that glow is left behind. But Rufio seems to shrug off whatever may have been happening and is continuing to stand here in the center of the room. But all of the fingertips of these creatures glow. What you do notice, though, is that it's a bit inconsistent, as occasionally a light will flicker or dim, but their hands are never vacant of light. The light is always there, this dim blue light. And with that, we are at the top. Fen, what would you like to do?
So this one, it's right in front of me.
She is right in front of you, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action disengage from her. I'm gonna press myself kind of like behind Nyx into the other corner, like below that torch.
I don't know if there's room there. I'm gonna be polite, and I guess if Nathan can put you there, then you may go there. Uh,
Maybe not.
uh,
All right. I guess I will.
You
we
go
will
there.
All right.
we will assume you there.
Okay. And I'll. Pardon me. Sorry. Excuse me. And call out, Rufio, bite. And I'm gonna take a shot at the third one from me, or take several shots at it. Actually, the one that's right next to Rufio.
Okay.
All with sharpshooter. One of them is a 11. One of them is a 18, and one of them is a 25 to hit.
Okay. Two of those hit as Fen, you kind of slip out from behind where this creature has you sort of against the wall, as it were, and you quickly move by unimpeded. The rest of you who have a good view of this see that, like, the jagged movements of this creature, the second Fen's back is turned to it, even for a split second, it is an unnatural speed that comes into play. They seem to move quicker when Fen moves away, but at the speed he moves, he is not hit. But they seem to get a bit quicker at what they are trying to accomplish, which is kill you. And Fen makes his way to the other side of the end of this corridor and hides behind Nyx in the corner.
Honestly, safest place to be.
The Dread Ambusher attack is 35 points of damage, and the other one that hits is 22 points of damage.
Okay.
And
You
that, unless Rufio gets an attack on my turn, I don't know where he falls in the initiative.
Rufio falls on your initiative. So you watch as these two arrows, or three arrows, go out. One of them explodes against the back wall, and two of them just dig into deep fissures on this statue's body. And the one next to Rufio, the third one from the top, explodes into shards of light and stone and is vanquished.
And Rufio will get 22 to hit, and that's a bite attack, so it needs to make a DC 13 saving throw or be knocked prone.
All right. Is this strength?
It's a strength save, yes.
18.
Yep, so it succeeds, but it takes 13 points of damage.
Okay. This will be Okay.
And that'll be the
Is
end
that the end of your
Fenn's
turn, Fen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Fen skirts across the room, slips in behind the barricade of bodies, and takes a statue out of commission, hopefully, and ends his turn. It is now the statue's turn. The one below Rufio is going to go first and take an attack against him.
Oh boy. Come on, buddy.
Does a 17 hit?
I am sure it. Yeah. 14
I-
AC on him. So yes, it hits.
Rufio is going to take 11 points of slashing damage, and I believe Rufio also took 10 points last session.
He did. That's already off. And
Neat. And I need Rufio to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
6.
You watch as Rufio, animated, moving in, bites and claws. Body begins to lock up.
No.
Rufio is currently restrained.
Shit.
The far one, the far many, ladies,
Oh boy.
um, one of them is going to move into Rufio as well, as she yells for him to comply.
Comply with what? We don't know.
That's over a 20, and
Oh, buddy. Oh, Rufio.
takes another 9 points of slashing damage. And what's the distance between, if this bitch just bulldozes through, to get to Nana? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, you say? If the tiles are 5 feet. Yeah, this one scrambles across the room. Claws dig into the wall as she pushes past the statues and jumps over the back of this wolf, agile and quick. Clears the distance and lands next to you, Nana, and is going to take her attack.
No thanks. Buy me dinner first.
You see this thing move in fast and claws out. It goes to scratch at you, and you watch as its nails dig into the wall behind you as you duck just in time as it scrapes stone and kind of leaves behind like this blue haze in the marks that slowly fades, but maintains position with you.
Okay.
The
could
one.
Rufio have made an opportunity attack? His speed is 0, but he should still get reactions.
1 second. Okay, he has disadvantage on his attack.
Yeah, he misses. Never mind. Sorry
Okay.
to interrupt.
Tries to crane his neck to get a chomp in, but just is too slow in this moment as this one runs in directly for Nana. Bagali? I mean, it only makes sense. The one next to the fallen one is also going to run in next to Nana.
Oh, cool. All right. Wonderful. Love that.
And then the other one is going to move into Nyx. So that one's down. Then that one moves to Nana, and then the one above her will move to Nyx. As these things just move in quickly. So
Oh boy.
one more attack against Nana. That's a 19 on the dice.
That'll do it.
You're going to take. You take 10 points of slashing damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. You add +2 because you are
2.
next to Keld.
Gotcha. Thank you. Whoops. I'll use a different one. I'll find that later. Oh, guess that's just as well. That's great. 19.
Okay. You feel a very strange, unnerving sensation as this claw rakes across your skin. And it's like, when your skin is too dry, or when you wake up in the morning and you like yawn for the first time and you feel like the pull on your skin, but everywhere. And you sort of like push through that sensation and it fades. And you can see that some of that blue glow was in the wound that you just received, and then it fades out. The other one is going to go against Nyx. Here she is, having the time of her life. That is another 19 on the dice. I
Well, at
can't use this
least it's
dice
not
ever
eye
again.
beams.
I can't use her ever again. She's too great. Um, Nyx, you're just gonna take Tevin. You're just Tevin. Just 7 points of slashing damage. But I need a Constitution saving throw you add 2.
Okay. 15.
Okay. That there is a sensation that starts in your shoulder, a tensing of the joint there.
Oh boy.
And you feel it begin to like make its way down to your elbow, and a bit of adrenaline, a bit of fear kicks in, and you just sort of push your arm through that sensation and seem to be perfectly fine.
That's fine, guys.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Believe that's all the ladies' turns. So let's move on to Nana. Nana, you are just encompassed.
Yep, sure am. Surrounded by beautiful women, and not a one of them wants to buy me a drink. It's a shame. All right, Nana's going to wind up with, well, I had a plan for a certain thing. Gonna try a different thing. Gonna use, Slayer's Prey. First bonus action. Gonna target the one that actually hit me. I think that's the middle one of the
It's the one in
three.
the middle. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Slayer's Prey on that one. Kind of take its measure. This will add a d6, and as I'm hauling on it with my short sword, I would like to engage Battlemaster Maneuver. I want to use Trip Attack.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to hit this with a weapon attack. Da-da-da. Not sure if that'll work, but let's see. Does 16 hit?
Does not hit as you begin to bring your weapon in, but you are in close quarters and you cannot get a solid swing to get a hit onto it at this time.
Okay.
So first hit misses.
Take my second attack. Oh, that's much better. Okay, plus... Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's gonna be 26.
26 most certainly hits, and you can use your trip attack now. It's not something you have to call before, but you can for flavor.
Cool. Alrighty. In which case, utilizing both trip attack and Slayer's Prey, that's a total of 16 points of slashing damage, and
Okay.
she gonna have to make a strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay. Let's give it a go. I'm gonna assume that doesn't do it. As you tell me what trip attack looks like in this scenario.
In this scenario, I think Nana goes for a low sweep with the short sword and tries to knock the statue's feet out from under it as she is moving, using her feature to skedoot herself through these ladies. She'll make I don't know if there's a full 40 feet worth of movement in this place. I don't think there is. Let me do 20 feet of movement down the hallway, unless that puts me next to someone.
I mean, would you like to split the difference between you and the monsters there? Because there's
Yes,
not a
please.
lot of available space. So you
That, yeah.
skirt past the one in the center,
Mhm.
and you're gonna go forward and hope for your best. We'll use Rufio as a little bit of cover, so we'll move in sort of a little away from the monsters, though. Like,
If I could, if possible.
um, I fully believe in you. I don't know how long the hallway is, but I also believe in Nathan. Is there anything else?
It's no, I think that is everything for me.
Okie dokie. You make your way down the hallway, unimpeded. The rest of you watch at the speed at which, like, the first one tries from its downed position to attack, but does not seem to succeed as the other ones focus in on the group in front of them. Nix, you're up. Roshan, you're on deck.
Awesome. Do these things count as creatures?
They are constructs.
I have no idea if that counts as a creature.
It does for the purposes of spells.
Okay, wonderful. Then let's see, there are 3 of them in front of me right now.
Construct creatures in D&D 5e. Yeah, there are 3 in front of you, yes.
Okay, so I need to upcast this to a 4th level spell. Great. I'm
Love
going
to see
to
it.
cast blindness on the 3 of them. I need them all to make a con save. 19.
Okay. Okay. Con save.
Mm-hmm.
Con save 19.
Yes.
The first one succeeds, shockingly. The second one gets a 2 nat 20s. Jesus.
Wow.
But imagine all the dabblage that could be used for instead. I'd rather be blind. And then the third one, 17 on the dice. 19 exactly. I'm so
That's
sorry, Nix.
so
That's
sad.
insane.
That's
That's
Damn,
sad.
dude. That's
insane.
crazy.
It's
I
fine.
don't feel
I'll
super
try
good
and-
about that. Roll a D100 though.
Oh, see, this is why
Yep,
we
yep, yep.
actually
Does
did
this make you feel better?
It's like consolation prize.
Yeah, what's
Hey,
my
you get to do
prize?
something.
What's my
Throw some magic.
prize? Okay, that's wait, I have to read that. 59. Yeah, 59.
59. Moving along. There is a little burst of energy, just a small one, just a magically inclined energy that takes you for a moment, and you regain your lowest level expended spell slot.
How sad. That's a first level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could only assume.
Would have been
But
nice
you
to have
get
that 4 back.
Right?
Yeah, there's no way you were getting the 4 back.
I mean, if I roll it again.
But let me try again, though.
Could I
anything
use
else?
That one specific number.
Can I use a bonus action to attune to that fancy ring I picked up from the skeleton?
All
Oh,
you have to
boy.
do to attune, did I say it takes an action or a turn?
I
What
have
did
no
I say?
idea.
I'm going to say it just takes a turn. You're doing it.
Okay.
Okay, you
We'll do
attune
that.
to the ring that you took off of the skeleton hand. Let me
She
just make a note
panics.
so I don't forget. She panics and attunes. So you'll be attuned next round.
Cool.
All right, staying where you're at.
Well, I don't think I can go anywhere, so yeah, gonna chill.
All right, just vibes. That is Nyx's turn. Roshan, you are up.
I believe Roshan is outside the door, but seeing Nana move out of the way, he will aim a shatter right behind these three statues and get only them.
Okay.
And they need to make con saves at disadvantage because they're made out of an inorganic material, correct?
Okay, they will be rolling straight rolls then.
Well, good for them being
Yeah.
resistant to magic.
They cool.
Boo. How
Um,
dare.
So con saves.
Yes, 17.
The one closest to the top is a fail.
Yes.
The one in the middle succeeds. And the one below that also succeeds, but the one at the top fails.
Then they take 17. The top one takes 17, and the rest take 8.
Okay.
And I think from this angle, Roshan sees Nana in there basically alone behind a wall of statues and says, "You better be careful," and gives you a bardic inspiration, and my wild magic roll was 97.
Plan to keep moving. Promise.
97, you said?
Yes.
You look to Nana and your hair sort of moves and kind of follows the movement of your body. Keep moving. Keep moving. And you hear a chorus of voices join in with you. And somebody with a string instrument and a drum and just it's like you have your own little band currently pursuing you.
Wow.
Dang, I love
Roshan would hate that, but I think it's great.
it.
They're
Roshan doesn't
hyping
need
you up.
backup singers, but
It's just echoing softly through the corridor. All right, is that it for you, Roshan?
It is.
All right. Keld, you are up. Fen, you are on deck. What are we doing, Keld?
Alright, so. If what I'm seeing is there are 3 ladies in front of me.
Yes, the one in the middle, she is prone, just so you are aware.
Okay. I'd like to attack the one next to her. Against the
Okay, you
Not the
get
prone
advantage
one?
if you attack the one who is a prone.
Oh, okay. We'll start with her then.
Okay, you make your way over to the one that is prone.
Swing her
The
sword
one
down
Nana knocked
on
prone
her.
is not gone. She's still there. She's vibing. She's not looking good.
Hopefully an 18 will hit.
18 does hit.
Yay. Alright, so we're gonna use our attack. That's our improved divine smite.
Okay.
I'm not going to expend a spell slot currently.
Okay. I need these for reasons.
what reasons, Julian?
14 damage.
Okay. That one, you bring your sword down into the center of its chest and it just caves in on itself and is no longer moving.
Good. Then I'm gonna go for the one in front of Nyx.
Okay,
That's
you
right.
turn towards that one.
Hmm. 16 doesn't hit, does it?
16 does not hit as you bring your sword down and shatter one and bring it towards the other one, which, standing oddly straight and tall, just like snaps at the center and dodges at like just a
Damn.
90-degree angle, then snaps back up.
Yikes.
I don't like that.
Anything
Well.
else, Keld?
No. That's it.
Gotcha. Okay. That is Keld's turn. Fen, you are up.
Fen is going to bonus action disengage and use his movement to get into like an open area, like not next to anybody. Like, I wish you could highlight it on the map. Move me down 5 spaces and to the left on the screen 3 spaces. That's the spot I want to be in.
Okay, you start running. What are we doing?
I'm gonna take 2 shots at the one that's next to Nana.
Okay, so the one kind of on the other side of Rufio.
Yeah,
Okay.
the one that's closest to Nana.
Yeah.
All right, with sharpshooter, got a 17 and a 19.
Both of those hit.
Cool.
And Nana is not directly next to it, but Rufio is.
It's 40 points of damage with one of them, and the second one is 20 points of damage.
Neat and cool.
And Rufio, bite! And Rufio's going to attempt again to bite whoever's next to him.
Okay, so the one closest to Nana explodes, a shower of stone.
Good.
And so Rufio's going to take his disadvantage attack against the statue in front of it.
Disadvantage. All right, yep.
Yeah, he is restrained.
Oh, he's good. Yep, he's going to miss that one then. Yep.
Okay. Body slowing and struggling to move. Takes a bite, misses.
You know what? That should have been a straight roll because he's got pack tactics and it was right next to Nana, right?
No, this one's next to nobody.
I killed the one that was next to Nana. Never mind.
And it wasn't directly next to Nana, so it wouldn't have. No pack tactics today for poor Rufio. Is that the end of your turn, Fen?
That is the end of my turn, yes.
I need Rufio to make a Constitution saving throw.
Can I be heard? Is anyone hearing me?
Now you can.
Okay. 14.
Okay. And struggles as you watch its body slowly come to a stop. And it pulls itself out, just a rip of the body as it goes to move in to continue the combat.
Yes.
That is your turn. It is statue time. The one next to Rufio watches like a collision of stone against the side of her face and turns her focus to the archer and is just going to skirt casually around Rufio and is going to engage Fen without leaving Rufio's side. And is going to you watch a flare of energy, like its body like picks up a bit of speed, a bit of strength, moving in quickly to close the distance. Okay, that is going to hit even with your fancy new AC.
What is the attack at?
It's a 20.
I will use the ring to cast shield.
Okay. And your AC currently right now is 16 and then up by 5?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. This skirts across an invisible bit of magic that flares up over you and will last till the beginning of your next turn, but you feel the ring beginning to dwindle and fade as the magic from it begins to slowly recede. But this attack avoided. Meanwhile, up at the beginning of the corridor, the one at the bottom is going to, the bottom of the two, is going to move in next to Keld. Hello, how are you doing? A flare of energy, flare of speed and strength moves in quickly. 21.
That'll hit.
Okay. Keld, you're going to take 12 points of slashing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, come on, buddy.
$15.
Okay. You feel a strange sensation of your joints beginning to lock up, but you are currently pushing through. As I'm going to roll a d6 to see if it gets its... Okay. And you watch as a piece of this statue crumbles away, making it less, sturdy, less of a being. It falls apart a bit, but it seems to avert power into its arm and to get a second attack in.
Mm.
That's her reaction. That is also going to hit then. Wow, look at you ladies, living your best lives.
Hitting hard.
You take 4 points of slashing damage. But I need another Constitution saving throw as you watch this thing just begin to crumble of its own accord in front of you, but it gives it sort of a speed in its slenderness and its lack of bulk. What do we got, Keld?
My con save?
Yes, please.
25.
Oh, yeah. It's barely a sensation, this locking of limbs.
No.
You are pushing past it. The other one is going to continue its assault on Nyx, as it asks you very promptly and very astutely to comply, and does not wait for you to do anything and begins to attack you.
We're getting some mixed messages from these ladies.
They seem to be a bit, the best word is on the fritz. They seem to
Oh,
be
good.
not as good as they probably were when they were first made. They might have maybe understood some stuff
Lucky
before
us.
now. Not today. Nyx, what's your AC?
16.
Okay. Yeah. No, we're good. Nyx, you are going to take 4 points of slashing damage, but I need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Oh, okay. +2 from Keld, so 13. 19.
Okay. You sort of push through this sensation, it being nothing more than just like an itch at the back of your skull. It is going to attempt to use its ability. All right, lucky day. And you mark all the stuff off. Okay. You watch as part of its body crumbles away, the bulk of it, and it just seems to be almost a skeleton of itself, but giving it enough light and airiness to swing another attack. But it looks like it took a terrible hit on itself to do such. That would be a nat 20.
Nice.
This will be my only time I mention it today. Keld, if there's anything you want to do, you don't have to. It's not like these things
Oh,
are hitting
yeah.
incredibly hard.
I would like
They're
to
not
do
doing-
something.
They're not doing too much damage, but
I
would you like to do something?
to use my little guardian emblem to negate that nat 20?
Okay. The wind picks up in this corridor as before it had been stagnant, and just something seems to suppress the hit, but it still digs into the skin. Nyx, you're gonna oh, we would have been doubling that one, baby.
Oh, man.
Nyx, you take 4 points of slashing damage, but it's the principle of the thing. And I need a Constitution saving throw.
Of course. Oh, it's 17 on the die.
Yeah, not a problem. But there is just, from the initial hits, like there is just an ache in your shoulder, but it is nothing more than that. And it could be, just in your head.
Huh.
My golly, I think that's all the ladies. There's so few of them.
Every single lady.
That's okay.
Eagle,
Um,
what are you doing here?
Eagle.
When he show up.
Nana, you are up. Nix, you are on deck.
Righto. Nana is going to make use of yeah. Yeah. Nana's going to make use of Hunter's Mark. I understand it's going to incur some magic consequences, but she'd really like to get this combat over and done with. The Slayer's Prey. And the Hunter's Mark, I would like to group up on the statue that's aggressing on Fen and Rufio.
Okay.
And I would like to make an attack on her.
Are you moving in?
I am moving in, yes.
Okay, you run across to the other side of the room and move in on the one aggressing on Fen.
Yep. And I am going to slash the fuck out of her. Ooh! It's a 19 on the dice.
That would hit then.
Okay. It's 14 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And assuming that does not down her,
Yeah, you watch it just like a chunk of like the back just go flying, but it is still standing.
Got it. Okay. Second attack. Yeet. Yeah, 15 on the die plus 7. Yeah, 20. What is that? 22?
Mm-hmm. No
Okay.
need. That hits.
Cool. 11 points slashing damage.
Okay. You watch as this thing is nearly a stick of itself, but like hobbles along, but doesn't have to move too far, but it's barely a thing.
Okay. In which case, I'm going to use my feet to... My mobile feet. Yeah. No, well... No. I'm going to stay here, so I can give Fen advantage next turn.
Rufio could do that, but that's fine. Do what you want.
Alright. Then I will scoot. I will scoot halfway between here and the other group of ladies. I think I still have enough movement left for that.
I'm gonna say you can't finagle past this corner. You'd have to like go bonkus binkus.
Okay.
Which you could do. You could do a little bonkus binkus and get. Sure. I'm not here to do any math. Yeah, go wherever you're going.
Yeah, a little bonkus binkus, I think.
Guys, do whatever you want. Guys, vibe. Hey, I'm
It
here
is
to
a
vibe.
very small corridor. We're just
If one
kinda
of y'all would
ping-ponging
turn to
in here.
stone, that would be super cool, but that's fine.
I know you would love that. I know you would
No,
love
I
that.
would
Oh,
never.
gods!
I would never.
I'm
It's
all
not
for
killing
yeah,
you.
sure.
that.
Says the
Being stone
woman
doesn't kill
who
you.
threw a flock of cockatrices. Never mind.
That was
anyway,
very funny. Nix, it's your turn.
Those are times past.
There was
Right.
like 12 cockatrices. It was very
There
funny.
were.
Anyways.
Does
They
attuning
look
to
like
this ring
chickens.
do anything immediately? That I need to know
You can
about?
roll Arcana or Insight into yourself.
Great.
did I also need
Which
to
one?
roll
Insight.
Yeah, Nana, go ahead and roll a D100 while you're vibing.
Yep.
14.
14. And that was Insight?
Yeah.
Okay. You do feel a connection to the ring,
Cool.
but you don't feel like an inherent ability has been acquired from
All
it.
right. We're connected though.
But you are connected to this ring.
Good.
And what did we
Vibing
get,
with the
Nana?
ring.
I rolled a 94 on the D100.
Well, let's take a look. You watch as Nana makes her attacks and begins to run. And Nana, you're like, for a moment, you're like, the room is shrinking, and a
What?
terror begins to fill in you. And then you realize you have just grown one size and are now a large creature.
Holy shit!
As Nana takes up the space in the center as a very big lady.
Wow.
I don't know what's happening.
There she is.
That's
boy.
wonderful.
Oh my god! Giant
Nana, you are
woman!
currently size
Giant
large.
woman.
And Nix, what are we up to?
Goodness. I'm gonna try to cast Fairy Fire on these two in front of me. It's a Dex 19 save.
I shall. Dex 19. The one next to you succeeds, the one next to Kel does not succeed.
Oh, one next to Kelt's glowing.
Hmm.
There she is.
Great.
And go ahead and roll me a D100, please.
Of course. That is 30.
I wanted it to be a 94.
Mhm.
Nix, you feel yourself start to shimmer and fade in the position you are currently standing in. I
good.
need you to teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space. Where do you want to go?
Oh, I'll go stand next to Giant Nana. Why not?
Yeah, you
He's
just kind
up.
of poof and are next to Nana. You just look up like, wow.
What the hell?
I don't know. How
Oh
did you?
shit! I shrank.
Oh, we've
You
gotten
shrank, so did the
smaller.
hole.
This is what
How
happened.
this happened?
Us and the hallway got smaller. Wild.
So crazy.
Is that everything, Nix?
Oh yeah, I have no bonus actions.
All right, Roshan, you're up. Keld, you're on deck.
I think Roshan now sees an empty space in between him and the nearest stone lady, and that won't do. He's going to bring down his hand and lay a bunch of eldritch blasts at her. Does a 16 doesn't hit, right?
16 does not hit.
But a 19 does.
19 hits, yes.
Okay, so 2 hits. And I deal the average of 11 damage.
Wow. The one in front of Keld explodes into
Ooh.
pieces and shards and is gone. So bits of
Not
charred
that one, the
stone.
other one.
You got a
Yeah,
line of
that
sight
one.
on her?
Yeah, I'm just through the door.
I'm just over here. Yeah, okay. And how much damage was it? 11?
11, yeah.
She is still standing.
Oh.
Oh. Well, I didn't like that.
Part of her face explodes and she is left with just the jaw and a bit of the ear. And the head sort of tilts and turns in your direction, eyeless but still staring at you.
That made it worse.
Huh?
Sucks.
I can't do anything else, so I'll say, Keld, make sure she doesn't come get me, and give Keld a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
I'll protect you.
A reminder,
All
what's
right.
the dice for Bardic Inspiration, Josh?
A d8.
Thank you.
Wait.
Okay. And with that, Keld, it is your turn.
All right. So I'm concerned about Roshan right now, so I'm going to attack that one.
Okay, you spin and swing to kind of fell this bits and pieces of a woman that remain.
15 doesn't hit, so we're gonna try again.
It does not hit.
Okay, 24 or whatever will hit.
Yes, it certainly will.
Hopefully, we can fell her with 13 damage.
Well, Bagali, she had 2 left. So
Okay.
you go behind, and Roshan, as this thing turns and looks at you, you watch just a flash of steel and it crumbles into dust in front of you. All right.
Thank you.
Held, is there anything else?
How many other ladies do I see in this room?
By golly, there's only like
Just 2
1,
left.
2.
2 left.
Yeah, one of them's hiding behind the wall. There's 2.
Behind the
Yeah,
wall.
one next to you, one next to Kel. No, one next to Fen.
Ah, okay. I'll stay where I am. So that'll
Okay.
end my turn.
All right. Fen, it is your turn.
Right off the bat, do I owe you for casting shield, or is that safe
That
because
is
it was
from
the
your
item?
ring. That is
Okay,
from your ring.
cool.
So I'm going to say you don't owe me anything.
Cool. That is a relief. I am going to disengage with a bonus action and back up 5 feet, and then I'm going to shoot at the one that's. I'm going to shoot at the one that's engaged with Kelp.
Okay.
2 shots with
You
sharpshooter.
You get an advantage on those too.
I get advantage on them.
Yeah, that one has fairy fire on it.
Oh, okay, cool. That'll help. That is a 17 to hit on one, and
17 hits.
20 something. 18 plus 6. So yeah, 20 something.
I am only fair. Your first strike fells the statue in front of Keld. You're welcome to whip around
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and
I'll whip
focus
around.
that second attack behind you.
All right. Cool.
Do it.
As Fen, tell me how you do this. Tell me how you do the combo.
I think actually he probably actually trips as he's trying to like disengage himself from being like around the wall. So the one that's like pursuing him probably gets a shot as he falls onto his butt and right up through the chin, and then turns around to see what's there and takes one more shot and hits it and is like, "Wait, are we done? Is that all?"
And silence would fill the room, except for the gentle bong of drums and the strum of lute instruments and strings and little flutes, as they follow behind Roshan, cheering him on, singing gently and softly. But you are officially out of combat as you stand in the center of this room. And as you all take in the situation, as Nana stands as a giant woman in the middle, looking about the place, that is where we are going to take our break. We are going to go, so you can go get a snack and a drink, and we'll be back to see what is in Secret Big Room at the end of the hall if we're able to get there. And we'll see you guys in 10 minutes.
Thank you, 10.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Called for episode 136 of On the Backs of Gods. We just took our 10-minute break as the party has just conquered this hallway full of terrible statue women bent on making them join their community of statue women. But that never came to fruition as all of you stand in this hallway now. A kind of slightly ajar, and you see that it's not like it's ajar, it's just that the light is able to kind of pour under the door a bit. But you can see the blue haze at the end of the hall and past the giant Nana that stands in the center of the room. And all of you just sort of kind of stand there for a moment as a magical band continues to play. What are we doing?
Nana is staying very still. She's staying very still. She doesn't want to make a wrong step and squish somebody.
Backing away from her a little bit.
That's fair. Please do.
Nana, you look amazing. What did you... How did you...
I don't know. I don't know. I used Hunter's Mark and then this happened. I don't know how to stop.
This place is strange.
Well, just don't bonk your head, and other than that, I think you're golden. You're wonderful.
Thank you, but this will make getting through doors a little bit difficult.
Oh, we
As
can
Nana,
help
you
you.
motion to your body, and you're like, "This is gonna make getting through doors difficult." The sound of the music slowly begins to fade as your body also begins to shrink, and you return back to your average size of medium.
Oh,
No trouble.
I wanted a piggyback ride.
Next time, maybe. Or
We
I'll
could
take
have
a
gotten you
potion
through
of
the doors.
Hill's
We
giant
had-
strength.
We had alchemy jug. We could have made oil to get you through doorways. You should have stayed that way. It was astounding.
I will take that under consideration if I ever have actual control over being able to make myself that large. That, I do not know how I did. I don't think I can replicate it.
All right, is everybody okay? Is anyone hurt?
I mean, a little, but...
Mostly fine.
I'm okay.
I mean, Nana is technically just bloodied.
I want you to take a potion to go ahead and patch yourself up. I surprisingly wasn't hit that entire engagement.
I don't know how you did it. You were right out in there.
I moved quickly and tried not to get hit very, very hard. Fenn's gonna go poke around among the rubble of what remains of these things and see if there's any clues that can be gained.
Sure. You're welcome to roll investigation or arcana, but like you approach it's a pile of stone, but you can try to gain anything from it.
Do you think I get anything with an 8?
Well, you go over to a pile and you just kind of like, and you kind of like rub your chin as light flares and sort of makes its way down the crevasses of the hallway again to go up the stairs, and you assume up to the top floor as it has been doing as long as you've been here. And you sort of look at the pile and you watch it like flash a little bit, and you're like, and you like kick it and you're like, that's not moving. And you're content and you get nothing else besides it's not moving.
Cool.
Just keep going then?
As long as everyone's healed up. Nana, are you better now? Did you take a potion?
I'm in the process. Gulp, gulp. Oh, damn. Wow.
So was the door at the end of this hallway, were we seeing a blue light through it, or was it slightly ajar, or was that blue light something else?
You're seeing a blue light through it, and it looked like it was
Okay.
ajar, but it's just the little cracks in between the door that made it. But it seems to be like a pretty strong blue light that flashes through, but it seems to also be constant. It just flares when the energy is pushed through the tower. But you're looking at a heavy set of double doors.
I'm getting the feeling we need to go through there.
Yeah, there's only one place to go from here, unless we head back, but we haven't found what we're looking for, I don't think. Um, Nana, you look like you have something to say. What's...
Well, I was only. Well, I suppose we can come back by and look at that statue in the corner once we've assessed and seen whether or not there's something more dangerous up ahead.
Someone else go check the statue. I did it last time, and it hit me very hard.
That's perfectly understandable, and I'm feeling a fair bit more hale and hearty. Let me have a look. I'd like to kind of just check the statue over and just sort of verify for curiosity's sake. This does seem to actually have been a living creature that was petrified.
You can roll investigation.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Investigate. 16.
It is a very detailed statue.
Okay. Well, aside from the fact that it's a pose that I frankly cannot imagine a sculptor wanting to sculpt, it looks like a very detailed statue to me. Let's worry about it on our way back out, I suppose.
I agree.
Considering if it were a person, they seem like they might be a civilian. They could be hurt. Don't know. Might as well worry about it once we're sure there's nothing else wanting our skins further in.
I don't think there's anything we can do about it right now anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I suppose I'll check the door ahead and see if I can get it open. Everybody stand
Make sure
back.
there isn't any. Yeah. We don't need any
everyone,
more of
everyone
those.
stand back. There's going to be quite a bit of fuckery in this establishment. I'm not
That's
sure
the
I like
technical
it.
term.
And I'm going to check the door for any sort of mechanisms or any indication that there might be glyphs or traps or anything like that.
Okay, go ahead and roll investigation.
Hey, you remember that 8 I got last time? Well, this time, I got an 8.
Gorgeous. You
Bro.
love to see it. The door does not seem to be trapped.
Cool. I will see if I can open it.
It is locked.
I will use my thieves' tools to
Perfect.
attempt
Go
to
ahead.
open it.
You
Okay.
watch Fen examine this thing, like run his fingers along the edge of the door and like look in the keyhole and around. And then tries the door and it's locked and he's like, oh, okay. And then, and then starts unlocking
That
it.
makes sense.
All right. So I get I rolled an 18 and I have expertise. So that's Dex plus proficiency doubled. So that's 30 points. 30 points.
You feel confident, and that confidence begins to dwindle as you sort of ride the line of getting this door unlocked, and you realize this is an incredibly intricate lock, and you can feel sweat sort of build up on the back of your hairline, and your hand begins to shake as you're holding things in place and moving new hands in and trying to hold stuff together, and you hear a gentle click. You unlock it.
Yes.
All right, guys, that was super easy. It was no problem at all.
Please
think
don't jinx
we-
it, Fen.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Don't say anything
I
else.
don't think y'all gotta even roll. I don't think rolling's necessary.
Yeah, Fen will open the door because he didn't find any traps, so he has no reason to indicate that there will be any traps. So
I'm
he's
going
gonna.
right behind him.
Yeah, sure,
Nix
cool.
moves
Both
in
of you
behind
get slapped
Fen.
with punji boards.
It's fine.
Everyone else, it seems, is vibing at the back of the room.
I
the
mean,
back
Nana's
of this
gonna
hallway.
approach, but she is
We're
not
watching
going to
from a
go right
distance.
through the door.
You can go stand next to Rufio.
Yeah, I'll
Nana
stand next
begins
to
to make her way
Rufio.
to the center.
Kind of like patting
as-
him, kind of like checking in with him.
You see
after
Rufio's
that
kind of like curled up
fight.
and is like licking
Aw.
at like the wounds on his arms and
buddy. It's all right.
just
It's okay. You did a
just
good
relaxing
job.
for a few minutes, and then gets up when he sees everybody starting to do things. So
Eh.
he is up and moving. But Fen, you you throw the door open. It's hard not to. It just seems to be weighted in a way where the door just goes, and you're like, all right, I'm in.
Mm.
And you are presented with a room that shines brilliantly in blue. Starting from the center where you can see a bit of like warbling energy, almost like a bit of a stone or something. You don't know if it's solid, but it sits atop this pedestal, and it seems that over time, you don't know if it's always been this way or if over time just the leaks of magic and the drifting and moving of time in the forest. But it looks like almost like it's calcified along the pillars and around this glowing object that sits in the center of this pillar, just glowing brilliantly blue and vibrant, but just surrounded by gnarled blue crystals in just a large dust covered room. And it is quiet, and nothing else really catches your attention.
And the room is dust covered. Is there any indication that this door has been opened or that anyone has ever been here uh, in the memory of a lifetime?
Go ahead and roll investigation one more time.
Cool. That's a natural one.
Oh, buddy.
Man, this place is full of dusty rooms, and it is just a blur of dusty rooms.
Mm.
Cool.
You can't say. You're like, you don't see anything, but nothing stands out. Roshan, as you sort of look down the hallway at this light glowing, you feel like a presence next to you, a large amount of energy shifting and moving. Do I follow you in? Do I go in? I don't think I want to. We shouldn't. Let's turn back. I'm curious, as am I. As multiple voices just talk in unison, staring down the hallway.
I think Roshan would spare it a glance. Is the shadow still warbly shadow time?
Oh, 1,000%.
Then getting unnerved by the shadow will look away and instead extend a hand to move forward hand in hand.
Okay. You and the shadow begin to approach. Everyone can see Roshan is walking with something. It seems visible in this moment. A movement of heat and shadow, but it is there. It is no hidden thing. And Roshan begins to make their way forward with the shadow as you all stand at the threshold. What are we doing?
Nana'd like to move up and just between the way that the energy has been pulsing through the tower and seeing these like calcified magic crystals in this room and the way that this light has seemed to power the constructs in this place, does it seem like this feels akin to the magic active in the library at Kivik?
You're welcome to roll Arcana.
Not my best thing, but I'll give it a shot. Ought to stay in my own lane. That is 7.
You can draw a comparison in the fact that it is magic imbued into a space. You never saw the source of power at the Kivik Library, so there could be a basement that looks like this. You don't know.
It's interesting. This, I can't put my finger on it, but this feels very much like the Kivik Library, doesn't it? The way that the pillars would light up as they were active.
You're not wrong. It seems familiar, and constructs that statues that come to life to do the bidding of the structure. That's a good thought, Nana.
Well, let's keep an eye out for any more statues or anything else that this magic might be working on. I think that we should be especially careful coming into this room. If this is supposed to be the power center for this whole place, I don't think we can count on it being just a cakewalk to go in. I know that we just walked through hell in this hallway, hellway, if you will, but it seems to me like this would be an opportune moment for an architect to decide this is going to be especially nasty for anybody who walks in.
I don't see anything particularly harmful here.
It might
But
be
I don't
especially
have the
well
training
hidden.
to
I don't know.
determine that. There's also that.
Well, we can try looking together as we're going through. I'd like to keep heads on swivels as we're
I
moving
think
into this space.
Roshan's really the expert in this.
You're
so
not wrong.
If there's any help that any of us can give to him, I think that they're
Can
they're
I
the experts.
approach Roshan?
Yeah. Kel, do you make your way over to Roshan, who stands at the precipice of the room?
And while I think Roshan is not super concentrating on the conversation, and instead casts Detect Magic,
Okay. Go
getting
ahead and roll me a
a
D100.
98.
Ooh, interesting.
Roll a couple more times and I'll get 100.
Well, I wanted to see you turn into a giant Roshan.
He's already
Keep
grown.
on moving as the music comes back
Oh,
in,
no.
and Roshan
Oh,
is
boy, here we go.
situated in this music.
God
and
damn it.
standing in the doorway.
Roshan, I appreciated it when we were in combat. It was a great motivator, but
Bringing in
but
the
now we're
band.
trying to keep a low profile.
I think
Keep on moving.
I think Roshan snaps and says, "I'm not in control of it." Because he's pissed that he's not in control of it.
Well, yeah,
Boop, boop, bing.
Oh,
just
it
like
just-
me with the beginning
God.
thing.
It just seems so on brand that you're the musician and that you would do that. And I thought that you were motivating us, and I thought that's why we did so well in the Hellway. That
Roshan, as you look ahead to just contend with the spell you have cast, trying to push the sounds behind you and focus, you can do it. Bing, 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 bing. Let's
Does
see.
the band give him bardic inspiration?
Nope.
Damn.
Nice.
Based on Roshan's reaction, no way in hell.
God.
But if he had been like, "This is the coolest thing that ever happened," you probably could have convinced me. But Roshan hates this little band that is following him.
Dang, Roshan, why you gotta be
Absolutely.
so down?
Roshan, you look into the room. The center glows brilliantly. It is a shine of magic from the center, and just bits of magic that seem to fill these little divots that the light goes through when it fills the tower. The whole creation in the center, holding this light, this vessel, this giant calcified thing, it all glows.
Can I guess I'll look to Fen and say, is it safe to move forward?
I didn't see any traps, but I'll take a closer look, and I'd love to check the area to make sure Roshan's got a safe path forward, and if no one else is stepping up to do so, I'll help him with whatever investigation he wants to do.
All right, go ahead and do a perception check just to take a glance at the room to look for enemies of some sort.
Okay, cool. Perception's much better for me. I'll get a 17 with that.
The only thing you see besides, a broken room full of calcified crystals and a giant thing in the center that you do not comprehend. Nothing really stands out. There are some vines that have made their way through the dirt and the stone and have like broken their way in and are starting to reclaim this place, but nothing past that.
Well, I don't see anything standing out. These glowing crystals, if we knew they were safe, I'd love to nap some arrowheads out of them. But I think Nyx would actually be better than I am with anything that we're seeing. These vines, she might have a better understanding of them than I would.
You can do it.
And can I perceive the shadow?
Oh, everybody can perceive the shadow. It is there, and it is
Cool.
a writhing mass of shadow and like heat waves. It is unsettling, but it is vaguely humanoid.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll use that to explain my below 10 roll on the last thing, because this fucking shadow creeps me out. All right.
Yeah, you watch the head sort of shimmer and move, and one of the heads doesn't return to the center, and only Roshan you can really see the intricacies of it. But one of the heads pulls itself to stay out for a moment, and just you can see the tilt of cheeks and just like a terrible smile as it looks to Fen and then is pulled back in. But it does not seem to be able to do more than that.
Then Roshan will lead it forward, and he'll try to assess what he can of this via Arcana, and if he can't figure anything out, then he'll ask the Shadow for help.
Okay, so Roshan and Shadow, we're going to move up to the magic in the center. Everybody else, are you making your way into the room?
Yeah.
I would like to follow.
Yeah.
Okay. The rest of the team funneling in. And Roshan, you stand before this vibrant and confusing piece of magic and technology and rot and age and time mixed into one just nasty looking little machine holding something bright in the center.
Can he... He's gonna have to ask the Shadow, because he doesn't know where to start with whatever they want to do with it. So I think without looking, he'll ask them, what do we do next? Is this going to be like the time with Ave's body? Or...
I don't know. How about you touch it? Don't touch it. We'll touch it. We should touch it. Don't touch it. And the shadow kind of turns to you, multiple heads moving into one. I don't know, but I can try.
Together?
Let me touch it first. How about you touch it first? Touch it together. Don't touch it. And there's a low rumble, a low growl that accentuates all of these voices.
I would actually like to divert Fen's attention to whatever's going on in the room to covering the doorway that we came through.
Okay, you turn
just
to
to
keep
yeah,
eyes on the door.
Just to make sure that we're not being followed by cultists.
Yeah. Currently, a terrible statue graveyard is what you see before you, but you keep eyes on it. And you watch the shadow raise its arm, and it looks like it's going to move in and touch the drum. Are you going to let it do so?
Yeah.
Someone's gotta.
And you watch its hand move outwards, and you watch it almost like peel, like string that curls backwards, like its hand pulls away and twists and then pushes through again. It's as if multiple hands are grabbing at one to pull it backwards as one thing reaches out towards the drum. Is there anything you would like to do to assist? As the shadow stands in front of you, attempting to get hand on the drum.
Do I feel like at this moment, activating the Radiant Soul would be beneficial?
There's only
Or
one
at
way
least-
to know, baby. There's only one way to
Couldn't
know.
hurt.
Probably not.
I mean,
Great. Roshan feels in more control when that happens, so he'll most of the time in combat when it happens, it's emotional and adrenaline fueled, and this is still certainly adrenaline fueled, but it's a lot more relaxed, and the tattoos slip off of his body and through his clothes and just start glowing with energy as Roshan, I think, will put his hand on the back of the shadow, and I suppose also try and give it a bardic inspiration if he can.
Sure, give him that bardic inspiration. D8.
Yeah. And if there's time, then just start casting guidance.
And you know what? Hey, let's throw a D4 on there too.
Yeah,
Only polite.
you need this. Don't blow up, please.
please. If there's any assistance that we can lend, Roshan, we're happy to.
As you speak out to Roshan, it's as if the other moving, shimmering parts around the shadow fade to almost a translucent gray, as almost like a plant that has begun to die and wither, as they sort of fall away from the center for a moment. As the shadow, reaches forward and places a hand upon the drum. And energy flares out into the space. For a moment, light is blinding, and everything around the shadow moves and warbles and shimmers, and it slams back together into one piece, and you watch as it begins to peel away again, but with more solid pieces. Its head stays stationary, while another head begins to dip and fall out of it. It almost an extra set of arms that reach back and grip at the main head, looking for purchase to try and hold itself in place. Arms, limbs, heads, voices, screaming and clamoring to stay on one tiny bit of safety, which is the shadow in the center. And as this light flares out, there is the cracking sound of stone and crystal around you, and as metal begins to bend and twist. And you watch as from the large construct in the back slams out from the stone and calcified rock and crystals. Another construct pulls itself free. This thing, terrible and reminiscent of a humongous cart. It has nozzles and arms and legs that act almost as wheels, and it stands huge and intimidating. And there is a gentle revving sound. I need everybody to roll initiative, baby.
What the fuck?
Is that an actual huge size class thing?
It's a big boy.
It's a big boy. Oh boy.
Let me roll. Let me roll for him. He deserves to roll. Okay. 20 and up. 20 and 25. Or higher. You guys are crazy.
Dirty 20.
22.
Okay. 9, 10, 15 to 20. Okay. 10 to 15.
Sorry, I got a
Oh.
16. I couldn't find the unmute.
Okay. Roshan, 16. 10 to 15.
11.
Okay. Next, 11. And Keld, what do we got?
1.
Cute.
I'm freaking out.
Well, it's good
Kel's
to
just
get
like,
it out of the way.
This looks
Hmm.
bad. And he got, what'd you get, babes? Okay, you're gonna go right here. You watch as this construct revs up and flames like shoot out of the back, out of the core of this thing. It's a terrible nightmare of a giant construct. And you watch those wheel like hands begin to rev up as it begins to move forward. And you all watch as the shadow hands almost like welded in place against the drum. And you can hear, all of you, a voice sort of move through the space. I need some time.
We'll give it to you.
And that's where we are going to start. Nana, you are up. Fen, you are on deck. Nana, you watch this thing rev.
Oh boy, okay. Nana is going to throw Slayer's Prey on it to start, run up to it, make a slash with short sword. Not sure that's gonna do it. 15 to hit.
15 does not hit as you go to hit this thing, and it's solid. And you're like, okay, understood.
All right, try again. Come on. That's better. That's better. Okay. 23 to hit.
23 hits.
Hell yeah. 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And using the mobile feat, Nana's going to kite this thing away, hopefully. Oh, is it too late for me to utilize a maneuver?
I would say at this point we are past the maneuver.
Got it. Okay. Nana, hopefully having been the first one to hit it, maybe will catch its attention. She's going to mobile feet kite away past Keld and Fen towards the corner and away from the shadow.
Okay. You probably have another 20 to 25, probably.
It's what it looked like to me.
So Nana makes her way to the corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
And fire lights up the back of the room as the engines rev.
Oh boy.
Is that everything, Nana?
That's all I got for right now. Action bonus, action movement.
Fen, you are up. Roshan, you are on deck.
All right, I'm sorry. I've got to do this, and Fen's gonna cast bonus action spell, Hunter's Mark on this thing.
Okay. You spin around to cast Hunter's Mark, and almost in unison with you turning, you hear the doors behind you slam shut.
Oh.
Cool. All right. First round of combat, shot this thing.
Yep.
Shooter. This is for sure. The other one is a 14 plus 6, 20, and the other one is a 24.
Both of those hit. The last two hit.
The last two hit. All right. Don't have any way to get sneak attack anymore. So both of them will, or one of them will do 22 points of damage. The other one will do 17 points of damage. I forgot a Dread Ambusher attack. Extra 7 points of damage for the Dread Ambusher die.
Okay.
Oh, and you know what? Both of them should have had sorry, 6 extra points of damage for the thing that I cast, Hunter's Mark, that I very recklessly cast the spell to get. So
one of your arrows explodes on contact, and a couple are able to disappear into the crazy workings of these things between the pipes and the things, and you're hoping something's happening. Roll a D100.
D100, okay. 9?
And as you send these arrows out, the first one exploding, the other two disappearing, and you have you're pointed at it and you're like, shit. And then a spectral arrow forms in the place of where it was and shoots out, I believe, 3 more
Holy shit!
that are all going to hit as you cast magic missile. Um, so I need you to roll 3d4 for me.
Sure.
Guys.
3, 1, 1. So 5 total. Cool.
7, 8. You do 8 points of damage as you just instantly send out more spectral arrows. Like, oh, so far
How
this
did
has
I do
not
that?
bitten me in the ass.
So far,
Anything else,
hasn't
then?
aged me.
No, that's all Fen will do with his turn.
Okay.
Gonna hold his
Roshan.
ground.
Okay, Roshan, you are up. You watch the shadow focus in on what it's doing. A fighting torrent of bodies, like a tornado in one spot. It's hard to stand next to it.
Yeah, I think Roshan is going to kind of cross in front of it and like float about 10 feet into the air and put his back to the wall over there and take a attack of opportunity if it wants.
Yeah. Oh, it want. Do it want?
I probably want.
It no want.
It no want. Okay. Then he's going to just do some Eldritch Blasting.
By all means.
Oof, a 12 doesn't hit, but a 22
12
does, right?
not hit. 22 hits.
Okay. Then one of the bolts does not explode on its body. It be doing nothing.
It be
So
doing nothing.
max damage, 22 damage.
Hell yeah,
Wow.
bud. Hell yeah, bud.
2 hits on its body and like flies against a car windshield, baby. This thing looks fine.
I
Damaged, but fine.
love that for it.
Oh my god. Thank you.
Without seeing what else is happening, Roshan's going to not use a bonus action and just be done.
Okay. It is the engine's turn. Fire spews out of the back and it leans forward and moves across the room through Fen and Keld's space and is just going to bulldoze through them with reckless abandon and actually we'll stop right there. Yeah, right past Fen, just slightly out, like, yeah, right there, right on Fen. It's like, I'm content with my positioning for now. As it bulldozes through the two of you, I need dexterity saving throws from Keld and Fen.
$19.
Okay.
25.
Okay. Let me get some dice out. You know, dice for the dice game. Dice for the dice game.
Yes.
Dice for the dice game! Beer for the beer throne!
Keld, you're going to take 13 points of bludgeoning damage that's already halved. Fen, you just fully push out of the way and like just get your body out from being stuck under its girth, its size. It's massive and doesn't seem to care where it stops. as it stops like right at the edge of you, and you almost feel yourself get trapped under it, but dodge without issue.
Cal, you all right?
Were we able to get attack of opportunity on its little
On his little push.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could think after little. Little
On him,
push.
little booty.
Keld would get an attack of opportunity if he'd like to use his reaction.
Yeah.
All right.
Hmm. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does not hit. As this
Damn.
thing, you weren't expecting it to just bum rush you. And you try to get a swing, but it just does not make contact as it pushes past. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to roll a d4. My fancy new d4. What do you crave a d4?
Hmm.
Yeah, that works for me. How far away is Roshan from the engine? No, not me.
From the drum?
No, the engine that's
Oh.
attacking everybody.
Oh, never mind.
Possessed engine.
Oh no. Toot toot, motherfuckers.
Okay, so I can only assume that Nyx is also within range. How fun for me, based on what I'm looking at. Okay. You watch as this thing bulldozes by, hunkers down into place, and you watch like different flaps and pieces and levers move around this thing, and you can see like some stuff that looks like it's for shooting, and some of it looks magically inclined. And you watch as like it raises itself up ever so slightly into the air, just lifted up by a tiny lever, and slams itself back down. A terrible snapping sound echoes throughout the room. I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oof.
Is this a ground-based effect, or?
No, this is not.
Well, I got a nat 20 anyway, so get wrecked.
Okay.
Oh, baby.
You're gonna want it.
21.
Sorry, you said Dex?
I did.
All right. 16.
18.
14.
21.
Okay. Sorry, everyone. This might take me just a moment.
Here comes the
Oh,
cavalcade
shit.
of
What is
dice.
the DC on this thing?
Where did it go? I can't find. I just used these in the combat prior, and here I am, barbecue sauce on my titties. I'll just do it the long way. One moment.
Didn't have to make it sound so delicious.
Listen, I'm here to delight.
Memes are
Squint.
delightful. That one is vintage. It's a good year.
Yes.
Tumblr. Back before it was a dumpster.
And then
Well,
Tumblr has always been dumpster fire.
I love it, but it's true.
It's like Reddit with no shame.
Are you sure Reddit has shame?
hey, let me pull you back in.
Yeah,
Hey, let me
never
pull you
mind.
guys back into what
Coming
I'm
back
about to do to
in.
y'all.
Oh no.
Cool. Hurt me, Daddy.
This thing slams down, and it is a terrible assault physically. Like, it is a sonic boom of a situation.
Oh boy.
Keld? Actually, no, Keld's gonna be separate because Keld's special or whatever. 1 second.
Special.
Okay. So, Nana and Nyx, you are going to take 34 points of bludgeoning damage.
Holy fuck. 34. you said?
And, yeah, 34 and 12 points of thunder damage.
Jesus.
And everybody else besides Fen, you are going to take 17 points of bludgeoning damage and 6 points of thunder damage. If anybody is concentrating on something, I'd love a roll if you were injured. So Hunter's Mark. If anybody has that in play, like Nana, I don't remember if you have it in play.
I only have Slayer's Prey at the moment.
Perfect.
Not yet Hunter's Mark.
Neat. And Fen,
But
you take nothing. It was Dex. You succeeded.
Cool. Evasion. Awesome. Best
Yeah.
ability I've ever gotten. I love it.
Fen, you just sort of kind of just get low quickly, just like full spread on the ground as just a sonic boom flies overhead. Everybody else taking a hard hit as this thing makes contact.
I'll be
That
honest, I think
is-
I would have died like 4 times in this building if it weren't for evasion.
Man, evasion, here to save the day. And with that, the engine is content to end its turn. Nyx, you are up. Keld, you are on deck.
Okay. Finally, not looking so great. So,
No, I feel bad.
yeah. So we're gonna do my favorite thing and polymorph into a huge giant crab.
Yeah!
Very fun. Go ahead and roll me a D100, please.
Oh boy.
Polymorph or wild shape?
Polymorph. I can't
Oh,
wild shape into
shit.
it.
Super.
Crab.
Okay, 89. Whatever that is.
9.
Please don't let it be music.
No
And
more music,
You can do it.
Oh no.
please. Through the fire and the flames.
You watch as Nyx turns into a crab, and Nathan, you do not have to follow through with the second part, and disappears.
Nice.
Hey, Nyx, you're invisible. What are we doing? Just don't worry. The crab will be back. Don't worry about making it invisible.
I'll be there very soon.
Crab.
I'm gonna just start walking. Let's see, how far can crab walk?
I'm assuming a solid 30 at least.
Solid 30. So I
Yeah, you
will
walk up to that bad boy.
walk up to the bad boy, and that's all I can do because that's my action.
Yeah,
Yeah, right
you walk
there.
on up. Remember, you were
Perfect.
invisible. I'll forget immediately. So that's now for you to remember.
I'm gone.
That is Nyx's turn. Keld,
What
you
does
are up.
an
Nana, you're on
invisible
deck.
giant crab sound like?
Nothing. You guys can't hear it.
Ooh.
It makes no sounds.
I'm gone.
It's as if nothing's there.
Super creepy.
Oh my god.
I want to get up on this big boy,
Yeah, you make your way around. There you go. You're on him.
and we're gonna attack him, and we're gonna give him the full spite.
You're getting all the smites.
Oh, okay. I'm about to get really confused because I got a nat 20.
Okay, remember you double the damage on the dice. Every single dice, you double those numbers.
Give me one moment.
And also, we all casually notice no wild magic happens when
66.
he just does his divine. 66.
Yeah.
Oof.
Fuck yeah.
Oof.
Mark
Oof.
that spell slot before I forget.
Yeah, give her a spell slot. Your first hit. No, it is your first hit. You slam down on this thing and you watch metal cave in on the side. That's a heavy hit. That looked
We
rough.
want to give him a heavy hit. Does an 18 hit him?
18 does hit.
Sweet.
It's a big boy.
That'll be 35 damage.
This thing, you watch one of the wheels like bend inwards and it seems to be struggling. It seems to be
You
having
got
a
a
bad
wheel.
time. Anything else, Keld?
I would like to bonus. mm, Yeah. Going to bonus action Misty Step towards, I guess 30 feet towards downwards.
Towards Roshan.
Yes, I was like, who's floating there?
Okay, you go 30 feet back, disappear, and then end up 30 feet away from the thing. Yeah.
There we
Back
go.
into existence. Give me a D100, baby.
Woo!
Well, boy,
You know what I'm here for. I'm
We
only
getting
here for wild
spicy.
magic.
Jillian was mad that Saga left, so she made us a dungeon so that it would be like Saga never left.
What's this?
You know what? I love it. I'm here for it.
22?
22. There is a moment where you feel incredibly superior and masterful in your craft of magic. You feel in this moment that, wow, I got this.
Hmm.
Creatures have disadvantage on saving throws against the next spell you cast in the next minute that involves a saving throw. Whether that is good for you or not, that is what you have.
Huh. Alright. Interesting.
So you have a minute. If you have something like that, you might not, but it'll have disadvantage. But that is your turn as you feel confident in your abilities. Hurt and Nyx is nowhere to be seen. But besides that, everything's cool. And that is Keld's turn. Nana, you're up, Fen, you're on deck. Oh, actually, no, my bad. The shadow deserves a turn. How silly of
Yeah.
me.
Naturally.
How silly of me. Shadow's doing so much. Shadow's working hard.
We
Shadow over
appreciate it.
there.
We see it. We love
Shadow's
to see
gonna
it.
make a roll.
Mhm.
Okay.
Got this, Shadow.
Roshan, as you kind of glance over, anybody who's in a position to glance over, which is probably more of the Roshan and Keld situation, to glance at the shadow in this situation. You can see it looks like there is a central humanoid figure holding on to this drum in the center. And something is beginning to grow beneath, as if pushed away into the side. It's almost as if a shadow of the shadow is elongating past it, slowly elongating. But that's currently what is happening. And Nana, you're up. Fen, you're on deck.
Got it. Yeah, alright. Then I'm going to... Hasn't bit me in the ass yet. Hunter's Mark.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a D100, please.
Sure thing. The D100 do say 70 on the dot. Okay, and in so doing... Okay.
Nana, Fen.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Nana and Fen. Okay, one second. I lost it. There it is. Okay. Nana, you look before you, and Fen and the creature disappear fully. You don't see them.
Huh.
You hear a gentle revving sound, but you don't see them. Don't worry about it, Nathan. Just leave them there. Don't you worry about it.
Oh boy.
You go to attack, and it's just you're like, I hunter's marked it. It's okay, but you can't
All
see
right.
anything.
We're half of the party.
Well,
Everyone
lucky
just
for
kinda poops out of
me.
existence.
I saw it before it disappeared, so it is hunter's marked, and I do have advantage on perception checks to find it. So,
It would
I'm
take
gonna
you an action to perception it. I'm going to say that. You are content with the idea that it is in front of you. that is something you can, 100% confirm. But
okay,
you are going
okay.
to get disadvantage on the roll unless you have something that says otherwise to attack.
I'll take my disadvantage then, I guess. But, let's see. No. Yeah, no. The worst of the two is a nat 1. I'm calling that a no.
Yeah, you hit it, but you just feel your like sword scrape across it, and you're like, okay, you're honing in on where it is.
Okay. I'd like to try and hit it again. Okay, that's not as bad. The worst is 18. No,
18?
actually dirty 20.
20 hits.
All right. In which case wait, yes. That's going to be 14 points slashing damage. And
Okay.
Nana's gonna use her mobile ability because just because I can't see it doesn't mean it can't see me. I'd like to skirt past where I knew it was, kind of like moving along this sort of crystal vein that's in the floor. I guess not my full movement, but maybe like 20, 30 feet.
Let's put you
It would be just
halfway
past
through
like
there.
where the crab is, but I wouldn't know that. Yeah.
If the crab were corporeal, so
I'm
just if you
giving
could
y'all
put Nana
yeah.
closer to the crab,
A
like one
smidgen.
square
Yeah.
behind, one
Yeah,
more
yeah.
to the left, please. Either way, anything else, Nana?
That's all I got. Fen, I hope you're there.
Why wouldn't
Or
I be here?
Nyx. Well, I can't see
Fen,
you.
you kind of like, why would I be here? And you just have no corporeal form. You're like, oh, but you clap your hands and you're like, okay.
I
It's
can feel
solid,
me.
but invisible. That is Nana's turn. Fen, you're up. You're looking at the nothing in front of you.
Cool. I'm gonna do a bonus action disengage to do a sweet back roll that nobody can see.
Nobody's
Yeah, like 2 spaces away from the giant thing that I also can't see.
You did Hunter's Market, yes?
I did
But
Hunter's
same for
Market,
you.
but
It's all
okay.
disadvantage.
But I also advantage because I am also invisible. So straight roll,
So
right?
it's straight roll. Nothing stacks.
Okay.
Straight roll.
Okay.
Hey.
So straight roll, sharpshooter, both die. One's a natural 1, so that's gonna miss, and the other one is a 17 to hit.
You watch one go wide and one slam into it, but you watch it also explode on the exterior of this creature's body. And Finn returns to existing. Finn is now visible.
Hooray.
Cool,
Huzzah.
but I didn't do any damage.
No. You attack
Okay.
them.
Cool. I will use the rest of my movement to get further away. I don't know how many feet I move, but I'm going to move back towards where Keld is. Just
And just
towards
come a little-
him. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's fine. You guys follow your hearts, run around the room, flee. That is Fenn's turn. Roshan, you are up. Nyx, you are the next player character on deck.
All Roshan is going to do this turn is to rise up further into the air so he doesn't get trampled.
Good idea.
Um,
That's nice.
I don't want any of that. And then he'll hold an Eldritch Blast for when it becomes visible again.
Okay. So how high up you want to go?
He'll be like right next to the ceiling, if that's
Okay.
within 30 feet.
Sure, we'll go to a solid 30-foot ceiling. You float on up and you get your hands at the ready. Like, okay, whenever it shows up again, ooh baby. Roshan, that is your turn. The engine turns in your direction because that's where a lot of the visible people that's where a lot of the visible people exist. And it begins to move. It gets to like the center, so just move a little bit towards Keld and Fen. It starts moving that way. Yeah, right there. Big scary crab, you're invisible. You could take a reaction attack against it. It would be
Why
with
not?
a straight roll because everyone's invisible.
Everyone's invisible. I'll try.
Invisible
You know when
versus invisible.
everyone's invisible? Nobody is.
Oh, okay. 25 to hit.
That old chestnut.
Ooh,
Yeah, that hits.
dang.
Hell yeah. Get it, crab.
Crab strong.
Crab strong. Return to crab.
Return of the crab.
23 bludgeoning damage.
23.
Dang.
Yeah. And
Uh,
I don't
you just clamp your claw, becoming visible again. Clamp your claw onto a bit of piping on this thing, and you watch the piping like bulge and split as it begins to wheel away from you.
Yeah, and it's way too big for it to be grappled by this crab. I would
Oh
say.
yeah, he's not
Yeah.
grappled to death.
Yeah.
You are casually carried away by a car.
I just grab on
This
and
thing-
follow.
wheels forward, and the shadow that is emitting from the drum, from where the shadow stands, this extra piece that seems to extend and wind past it, you can see the edge of the shadow twists out, gnarled and sharp, like a maw, a mouth. Sharp teeth rip out of the ground and just tear the engine to pieces as this shadow pulls itself up from the ground, the body of a wolf snarling and struggling to stay together in one piece. A huge shadow wolf lands in the space. Make that boy humongous. At least as big as that fancy boy if you can. Yeah, that works for me. And the engine is crushed beneath it, and no fire or engine moves below. But this shadow stands there, snarling and gasping. So that's what's happening. Hey, boys. Okay. That's the engine's turn. The wolf is going to roll into the initiative.
Ahoo.
Where the
There
hell
you
is
go.
Rufio at all this?
Rufio can be here. He could be like in the back of the room, like he was waiting to like.
I
like,
think
what?
I imagine I sent him home. He did his work for the day.
Yeah, dude's
Just
vibing.
dispelled him. Yeah,
Okay.
just
Yeah,
dispelled him.
that
Go
works.
get some rest. Hit the pine, Rufio. You did well.
Dude, just go. My
Just
man.
chill. Just chill.
Um,
You did enough.
okay. You always do enough, babes.
We always appreciate
Okay.
Rufio.
The engine is destroyed. Good job, everybody. Moving on to the next.
Woohoo!
Nyx, it is your turn. You are now a visible crab, and there is a shadow wolf before you.
Oh, good.
Well, I think I'm just gonna
Out of
keep
one frying
attacking
pan and
one on
into
the
another
ground.
teethy frying pan.
The shadow wolf is cool. I like it.
The engine is destroyed, right?
Yeah, the engine destroyed.
Completely dead.
Dead.
Wow.
Dead,
Yeah.
dead.
Eldritch blast slam into its corpse.
Yeah.
Um,
I did it!
Yeah!
Roshan, you fucking did it.
All right, Ro. Hell yeah. Death blow.
What are we doing, Nyx?
You know, I'm not gonna attack this wolf because it hasn't done anything yet.
Okay.
Just gonna stand there, wait.
Are you gonna
Would you
take
like to
crab.
hold an action
Yeah,
that if it comes near you, you'll attack?
yeah,
If it looks
like
like
if
it's
it-
attacking you?
Yeah, if it looks like it's attacking me, I'm swinging with these claws.
Okay. You have your claws at the ready.
Yeah. You just see
Can-
them snapping.
Since my my action got a little bungled. Can I sense the crab's hesitation and
You
shout
see
out
that
to
that
it?
crab's not running in. Yeah, you can see the crab's not running in. I'll let you yell as your real
Okay.
reaction in this moment.
Yeah, I think he'll just say, "Kill it, kill the wolf."
Oh.
Oh,
Okay, if
you
my
sure?
friend said to, then I'll attack.
You run
Alright.
in and you hear Roshan say, "Kill it," and a cacophony of voices. "Kill it, kill it, kill it,"
Uh-oh.
echo through the room.
All right. I
Well,
agree.
you
Then.
all insist.
Yeah, if you insist, I'll attack the wolf.
All right, you run forwards.
That's a dirty 20 to hit.
20 hits.
All these D10s.
D10s. Gonna catch these D10s.
28 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, nice. As you dig your claws into this thing, you believe you're doing something, but not as much as you would normally, you think. You think that your claws are not imbued enough in some way. But
She's just
damage is
attuned
done.
to a ring.
Yeah? Crab has a sweet ass ring on its claw. That's pretty cool.
Right? It's just wrapped around, half of it.
Is that your turn? You get one claw attack.
That's all I get.
Yeah. You run over and just start digging claws in, but it's kind of like going at missed. You think you're doing something, but
It worked.
only something. It did stuff. That is Nyx's turn. Keld, you are up. Nana, you're the next player character on deck.
Alright, the crab is visible now, right?
Yeah, you can see the crab sort of behind this shadow wolf.
I heard Roshan say attack it, so I'm going to attack it if I can get over
All right,
there.
you run over.
Alright. 22 to hit.
22 hits.
We're gonna use 17 damage on that one.
Okay.
Smiting.
Okay.
If I can attack it again, yes, that
Yeah.
would hit.
You follow your heart.
Do it.
That'll be 21 points of damage.
Okay. Anything else, Keld? As you two hard swings into this thing, and it seems to be doing the brunt of damage as requested.
Excellent. That will be my turn then.
Okay. Keld, that is your turn. It is now the wolf's turn.
Oh boy.
A low, unsettling rumble moves through the space. A twisted, snarling jaw. Kind of like a shadow-like saliva almost drips and disappears from the edge of the mouth, dripping more like a viscera. Creatures within range, that's gonna be everybody. Looking at this thing is horrifying. It is a nightmare incarnate. And there is just a rumble in the air. I need everybody to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Righto. I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration now.
All right.
24.
13.
21.
14?
15.
Ben, Nana, and Nyx.
Yep.
You are all frightened. You can repeat the saving throws at the end of your turns, but at this moment you cannot move closer to the creature, and you have disadvantage on attacks.
Are any of them within 10 feet of me?
They are not.
No, they are not.
Huge
I already
giant
took it into
crab.
account.
Huge giant crab can't be frightened.
Oh, shit.
Big crabs can't be frightened.
That's what it says.
That's the law? Is that the law?
That's what it
Nix, you feel
says.
perfectly
That's the
fine.
episode title.
Wow.
Crabs
I'm
don't
not
feel
scared.
fear.
I'm a big giant crab.
Why would I feel any fear? Have you seen these?
You see these claws?
Fear
These
not.
big meaty claws.
So Fen and Nana, you are afeared. Everybody else, you can feel a terror in your pit of your stomach, but you push through. Except the crab, who feels nothing.
Dead
Not
inside.
an ounce of terror. That is frightful presence, scary boy. Who do I got going around here? Kel did a lot of damage to me, and that's rude of him. So I'm going to. The wolf turns, and its jaw just slowly opens, and you can see these sort of gaps in the snout where it almost looks like ropes would have been. This thing is disjointed, but it moves in, and it goes in to attack you with its terrible, horrifying, twisted mouth. That's over a 30. So I'm gonna hit you real quick,
Oh boy.
if you don't mind. If you are okay with that. Oof. Um, you are going to take 20 points of piercing damage and 19 points of fire damage as this thing bites into your shoulder and rips at the flesh, and you feel fire lick up the wounds and smoke rise into the air. How you looking, Keld?
We are not feeling great.
Perfect. That's a real pity. I only have really 2 people to fuck around with right now, and the other one's that crab. So it's going to raise its claw and slice back at the fearless crab behind it, who has never felt fear a day in its life. That is
Crab
most certainly
cannot.
going to be
Will
a
not
hit.
Mm.
The crab is going to take 20 points of slashing damage.
Jeez.
And then it is going to do its second claw attack against the crab again. Once again, most
So,
certainly
hold
going
on.
to hit. Yeah,
Okay, pass the concentration check.
okay. Oh, that's upsetting. That's upsetting, my wolf man. And then 13 points of slashing damage on the second.
Okay.
And go ahead and roll another
Oh,
concentration
nat 20.
check.
I'm good.
There you go. The crab feels no fear and can drop no concentration.
Wow.
This is
The
fine.
mouth
Nice.
pulls open and expands and drips, and shadow oozes in every direction from the injuries of its body. I'm going to need everybody to make a strength saving throw, please.
All right.
Do I use crab strength?
Well.
Yes, you use crab strength.
Oh,
Oh,
18.
16.
1.
8.
Fuck, dude.
24.
Oh. Not feeling very strong right now.
I'm not feeling like the strongest man.
Roshan's in the air. Hopefully that helps him, right?
Everybody except Nyx, which it doesn't affect, and it's not too much of an effect for Keld per se. Everybody is pulled inwards by the force of this thing's personality, of its body. It is the world and it is gravity, and everyone is shunted into its space as it feels as if a sinkhole drags you in closer to the mouth. Your eyes cannot peel away from the mouth. Everyone is within 5-foot range
Huh.
of the wolf.
Great, great, great.
That is the wolf turn. The shadow is going to turn around and look at this behemoth. We dealt with this before. We've done this before one more time. And the shadow moves in and presses a hand along the back of the beast, as if mimicking a pet. And it is going to attempt to bind it. Fenrir is a strong bitch. This is a big wolf. He's scary and big. Let's see. He's going to make a strength saving throw against this. You watch as one golden chain spins around and grabs the back leg of the giant wolf and pulls it and holds it down into space. But only one leg. There is a snarl and the face looks back and the teeth are bared. There is anger and hurt in this thing's eyes, and it is going to continue to fight. That is the shadow's turn. Nana, you're up, and you're on deck.
Nana's hyperventilating, being in the frightened condition, not being able to willingly move closer to this thing and having been forcibly dragged closer to it, not doing great mentally. That being said, she's within 5 feet of it now, is my understanding?
Yeah, everyone is. Everybody is within 5 feet of this thing.
Well, that's just great. That's peachy. It looks to me, based on wording, that I can move the focus of my Slayer's Prey without actually using up either bonus action or action, based on what I'm seeing.
Sure.
So I want to use bonus action to shift Hunter's Mark onto Fenrir, the big old wolf, and mentally shift the Slayer's Prey onto it as well. Try and wind up for a slash on it, I suppose.
You have disadvantage on the attack.
Yep.
You are afraid, yes.
Yeah, I'm deeply afeared. Well, 17 to hit.
17 does not hit.
Okay.
As your hand shakes as you wield your weapon.
All right, Nana's gonna try for another hit. Come on! No. One worse, 16.
Yeah.
Not happening.
Unable to land a hit, fear twisting in your throat. You can go ahead and make. Is this the end of your turn? Are you going to do anything else?
And if Nana is able to move away, she will attempt to.
Yeah. Moving away seems incredibly easy.
That's great. Nana wants to. Would like to back up by, like 15 feet, 20 feet.
Is that the end of your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
Wisdom saving throw, please.
Come on. God damn it. I should have held on to that bardic inspiration. That's not going to do it. I promise you, that's not going to do it.
I believe you. The DC is very high. You run, and running seems easy as you make your way to the other side of the room. That is Nana's turn. Fen, you were up, or Sean, you were on deck.
All right. Fen has a moment of realization that he has just been sucked in close to this thing. And if he's got some instinctual movement that would be like a bonus action or something like that, he would use it to disengage and do another one of those sweet back rolls, like 5-10 feet away from this thing. And then he's going to take a couple shots at it without sharpshooter.
All right.
The cool thing is we
Uh,
get to see this backflip, but nobody's paying attention to it because we're
Yeah,
all focused on
nobody
the
sees
terrible-
it,
Yeah.
but everybody could.
Well, no, it's a back roll. It's not a back flip. Like he's just like
All right, what do we got?
rolling out of 25 on the first one and
Mm-hmm.
the second one misses.
Okay.
All right, so
Oh, did you roll those with disadvantage?
yeah, I did roll them with this.
Okay, cool.
That's why I missed. Yeah. Six. And 17 points of damage with the second shot, the one that hit.
Okay.
And he's gonna stand there and try to look tough, even though he wants to continue running away.
All right. Wisdom saving throw.
10.
Boy, running away seems more valid every second. But you stand strong. You stand there. But your legs sort of lock up, and you're like, I hope it at least looks like I'm doing this of my own volition. Standing right here. Okay, that is Fenn's turn. Roshan, you were up. Nyx, you're on deck.
Roshan's wings will carry him up and away.
Okay,
So
Fenrir will take an attack
There
of
he
opportunity.
goes.
hey, rude. I guess he doesn't
this
get it
thing-
against anyone else.
No, nobody else could let him. Only you.
Fine.
They all took
Boo.
abilities that don't let me do that. So it's going to bite and snap at the air to try and grab you because you are up there. Easier to bite and snap.
Yeah.
Most certainly going to be a hit. Most certainly.
Great.
19 points of piercing damage
Ow.
and 15 points of fire damage as its teeth rake across your body as you pull away.
Wow. Roshan's looking like garbage. And is going to. You know what? Why not? He will use his reaction to do a second level Hellish Rebuke. That is Dex save for Wolf Boy.
Wolf Man.
I did not bite off the hand of Tyr to be called a boy.
It's something astronomical.
Jesus.
Well, then it'll take half,
Perfect.
which is 11. And then
Okay.
Roshan will throw a bunch of Eldritch Blasts at it.
Wow.
Okay. And after you do
Ow.
that, I'd love the D100, but go ahead and give me this.
Yeah. Does a 19 hit? Because that'll be it.
19 does not hit.
Then none of them hit, and the D100 roll is a 61.
61. For the next minute, you must shout when you speak. You feel you cannot control your volume at this time. So anytime Roshan speaks during this,
Why are you yelling?
must yell.
I think yelling is appropriate right now!
You know, honestly valid in this scenario, not even weird.
Frankly, yeah.
He says through gritted teeth, And he looks like he's gonna die, but he'll float backwards away. He's not gonna healing word because a healing word wouldn't protect him enough to outlast another one of those hits. So, and I could also fireball myself with a healing word right now, which would definitely
myself.
do it. So, yep, that's it.
All right. Nix, you were up. Keld, you're on deck.
Crab swings.
Come on, crab.
Crab does well every time. It's got a +9 to hit, so you know. That's 21 to hit.
21 hits.
$22 bludgeoning damage.
Halved to 11.
Yeah. It's
Uh,
fine.
Yeah, Nix, you see that your claws are not really
So
digging
sad.
into the meat of this thing. And it looks okay.
God.
This thing looks fine.
As much as I can skirt around it without leaving. Well, actually, I really don't care. I just want to get 30 feet closer to where all my friends are that are getting hurt.
It
the
already
most.
used its reaction, so you're
Oh,
good.
30 feet. That towards where most of the
Nice.
people are. So I'm in the way.
All right, there you go. This crab stands before this nightmare of a wolf. Claws up.
Fight me, wolf.
Fight me in particular. This
See,
is my
Ragnarok
story
never
arc.
would have
I'm the hero.
happened.
Fight me.
If
If this
Ragnarok had had a
crab-
giant crab, Ragnarok wouldn't have happened.
Hey, Ragnarok didn't happen in this timeline.
Oh,
At least not
really?
the right one. It was
Oh.
the one they didn't want.
Oh.
It was the one where it's like, oh wait, this isn't what
this
the
is
fates
worse.
foretold of. And now we're all dead and rotten in the ground. Nasty.
Ooh, gross.
All right, is that it, Nix? You sidle up.
Stare it down.
All right. Keld, you're up.
Mm.
You stare into these burning, hate-filled eyes. And for a moment, there is a tinge inside of your chest, a reminder of betrayal and pain, something you felt recently in a vision. And you are looking into the eyes of the thing that felt that.
Mm.
Inconsolable.
It's
Broken
a
beyond
shame.
repair.
Then we've got to send him back. Killed is gonna go ahead and attack it. Though it's looking rough right now.
Mm.
Mm. Does a 17 hit?
A 17 does not hit, as your first swing almost catches the mouth and it shoves your weapon away.
No, that's not gonna hit either. So
And you're
it's
unable
fucking-
to get your sword up quick enough to move in for the second hit. You're tired. And this thing
I'm
is relentless.
tired.
Anything else, Keld?
Mm. I'm going to cast Hidden Step and turn invisible.
Okay. Is that a bonus action?
Yes.
Okay. And Keld is like, give me a minute. And is invisible at this time. Would you like to stay or would you like to go?
I will.
You can see its eyes are still trained on you, but it doesn't have a reaction at this juncture.
Yeah. I'm going to step back. 10
Listen here,
feet.
Roshan. I'm about to rock yours. I'm getting you next, bitch. You're next. I see you over there. You're mine. That ass is grass.
Oh God.
What's up, Keld? Anything else?
All right. Nope. That's it.
Perfect. I would love to continue with my ass is grass motif.
Oh God.
The shadow is going to skirt around the body of the wolf, onto the opposite side of the group, being like, I'll be over here, and runs a hand along the back and over the other back leg. It is going to attempt to bind. The wolf is going to make a save. That's upsetting. And Golden Chain twists around the other back leg, both back legs pinned heavy to the ground. The shadow moving casually through the space, doing its best to help. That is the shadow's turn. It is the wolf's turn. And its mouth hangs open heavy and breathing hard, and it does not move like it is talking. The mouth just hangs aloft, and a voice fills the space. Not again.
Hmm.
Not again. I won't be betrayed again. I am Fenrir, the wanderer of the plains, the nightmare of the gods, the ender of days, and it is going to rally against its chains, and it is going to bring its teeth down upon the meal in front of it, which is a giant crab. A delicious meal
There's no butter,
For-
though.
for Fenrir, the god incarnate before you. That is going to hit. What is a crab got that I don't got? Nothing. This crab got nothing. Wish I could find my dice. I wish I knew where that one dice was. One second. My remaining D10 just went flying. She's back. Nyx, you are going to take 24 piercing damage, and just keep track of that because that's not the end of this damage. This is all together. So 24 piercing damage and 22 fire damage. So that is what you will be trying to maintain concentration against. Half of that.
I don't think that's possible.
I raise his hand. Hey.
I don't quite think, that's a number I can beat, but whatever.
Yeah. Roll dice for funsies.
Oh, wait. I can't math. It's a lower number than I thought.
It's like
No.
24,
no.
22. Yeah.
No.
You would need a very good roll, but
No.
the form shifts back, and Nyx, you are once again yourself, the crab gone, standing before the god Fenrir.
Much scarier at this size.
Much scarier in this moment. How are you looking, Nyx?
Oh, she looks awful. Real bad.
Ah, perfect. You love to see it.
Yeah.
It is going to take one of its swipes against the shadow to see if it can do anything against it, because it's tired of its shit. Being bound, its least favorite thing. One claw goes back and rakes across the body, but it just seems to move and shimmer and seems to be difficult to land a hit on, and frustration begins to build. And it's going to turn its eyes back to Nyx, who is in front of it.
Oh boy.
That is going to hit.
Come on.
You take 19 points of slashing damage. Still here with us?
Barely.
Barely.
Oh,
And that is going to be Fenrir's turn. moving on. Back to Nana. Fen, you're on deck.
Okay. So Nana's still afeared. Cannot move closer to Fenrir. Being as far from Fenrir as she is and not having any ranged magical weapons, she's gonna use Hunter Sense as an action. It's within 60 feet, I assume, and I need to learn whether the creature has any damage immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities, and what they are. If the creature's not hidden from divination magic, which, not sure.
Fenrir is resistant to cold damage, psychic damage, and bludgeoning, piercing, slashing without from non-magical weapons, and is immune to fire damage and poison damage.
Huh. Got it. Fire and poison will do nothing. And Nana's going to use her bonus action to catch a second wind and regain a d10 plus 3 hit points because she's bleeding kind of a lot.
There you go. All right.
And she's going to stay here. She's going to stay right here.
Okay. Fen, you're up. Roshan, you're on deck.
Can I attempt my whiz save again?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'd love that. God damn it. No.
Okay.
Shit rolls, guys. Shit rolls.
A shame.
All right, Fen will
Mm-hmm.
stand where he stands and take a couple shots with disadvantage towards the wolf. First shot is a 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Cool. I love it. Give me a second. This is the worst I've ever seen. I've got 4 ones here.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, buddy.
That's usually what I'm throwing around, but I guess not today.
Guess Fenrir came here to win.
Yeah, that was the worst snake attack ever. The 15 points of damage. Awesome.
All
Cool.
right.
Love it. Second shot. Also disadvantage. Gonna miss.
Okay.
And yeah, gonna stand his ground and shout, "Come on, you big fucking wolf! Do something!" And make himself a target.
Go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw.
Cool. 15 plus 2, 17.
The fear still goes through your veins.
Cool, but I'm not gonna run away. I'm just gonna stay right there. At the precipice of fear.
Roshan, you're up. Next, you're on deck.
Roshan's just going to grit his teeth up in the air and throw down some Eldritch Blasts.
Throw down.
I rolled a 2, a 4, and a nat 20.
Wow. I think one of those is probably in play.
And the wolf takes 16 damage total, because I'm
Okay.
really good.
You're so talented.
What can I say? Some people just have a flair for combat. And both Fen and Nana. Oh, Fen's closer. Fen, snap out of it. I can see the fear in your eyes, and give you a bardic inspiration. And that's it.
Cool,
Okay.
thanks.
Snap out of it.
Nyx, it's your turn.
I'm going to use Symbiotic Entity to get some temp HP.
All right.
And I will use the bonus action spreading spores to throw the spores that are normally surrounding her just on top of the wolf in a little like halo area. And I'll need to make a DC 17 con save.
He would love to. Con. It's a save.
Mm.
Well, that's fine.
If Fenrir is nothing, Fenrir got Constitution.
Well, he can roll it again on his turn.
Can roll it again in a minute and see how he feels about it then.
And I must stay there
Yeah.
to not take an opportunity attack.
All right.
Just stare at it.
Valid.
Held, it is your turn. Are you still invisible or do you come back at the top of your turn?
I come back.
Okay, now you are visible again.
And I'm gonna lay some hands on myself.
Okay.
And that will be my turn this time.
Okay. The shadow is going to meander over to the next leg on the right side of the body and is going to attempt to bind. Now, Fenrir, I don't think I ask for a lot, but a strength save. There she goes. There, pew, pew. You watch this golden tether move up and around the leg, and you watch the claws of the beast dig in and rip it asunder.
Mm.
That leg still bare. You hear the plethora of voices, Roshan. Well, it doesn't have that much fight in it. A little too much fight, I think. Maybe if you put your hand in its mouth. I'm not stupid enough to do that. And you hear a voice just like, stop talking. As just this casual conversation is happening around the shadow. It is now the wolf's turn.
Mm.
Okay, Jillian, you're gonna have to keep your thing on that so you know what's going on. The wolf is going to face Nyx and the people in that direction. If you could give me. There he goes. Boy, he's spinning. And Roshan's like 30 up. I think Roshan might be okay in this scenario, maybe. It's like you know what I'm doing. Actually, I don't think Roshan's okay in this scenario. Thank you, Mr. Cone.
Uh-oh.
I need Nyx, Fen, and Roshan to give me, drumroll please,
Mm-mm.
Constitution saving throws.
Oh boy, guys.
Good luck, guys.
16.
Dirty 20.
10.
I'm gonna ask D&D Beyond to assist me today.
Oh no. This ain't good.
Guys, D&D Beyond. Boy, does she roll dice.
She do
That's all I
roll
got.
a lot of dice.
She hate us, right?
Okay. You watch as this thing rears its head back and the jaw extends and it takes a deep breath inward. And the room grows cold. And ice and frost and mist burst from its mouth. The three of you, Fen, Nyx, and Roshan, are all going to take 48 points of cold damage.
Oh no. Oh god.
I'm gonna use my reaction to absorb elements and cut them in
Hell yeah.
half.
Wow.
I'm gonna use my reaction to fall from the sky, unconscious.
Roshan
Fuck.
falls and is going to take one failed death save from the fall.
Roshan!
Nana can't move any closer to help Roshan and is just stuck on the other side of the room.
Oh no.
I owe you a magic surge.
Oh, please.
Yeah,
Oh, please
Mm.
give.
that is a 50 even.
50 even.
Yeah.
Nyx, you look around and you turn and you see Roshan fall from the air, and you go to instinctively be like gasp or exclaim in some way, and no sound comes out. Just gentle bubbles float into the air. You cannot speak. Only bubbles.
Tiny bubbles.
Oh shit.
I also need another con save from the wolf for the spores.
I would love to. We are good.
Okay, it's fine.
I think I will be perpetually good on that, but I love to see it. This thing is mad, and there is a smirk once Roshan's body hard hits the ground. Now, if I could get over there. That is
No
Big Bad Boy's
snacking.
turn. No snacks.
No snacks.
That is Fenrir's turn. We are back at the top. Nana and Fen, you are on deck.
Nana sure is over here and cannot move closer to Fenrir. Okay. She's going to move over laterally to the wall where we came in from through that door. Obviously can't get closer to Fenrir, but around it. In such a way as to maybe be able to see Ro around the engine, maybe not, but if nothing else, maybe have something else in between the wolf and her to kind of huddle down and attempt to give herself a little extra boost. No,
What are we doing?
that requires concentration. That sucks. Okay. Okay. I suppose I could drop Hunter's Mark and use Enhance ability instead, but that seems kind of silly to use for one roll. Then again, this one roll would allow me to actually do something in combat, so maybe that's the better option. Yeah, drop Hunter's Mark. I still have Slayer's Prey in play. Try saying that 10 times fast. And instead, Nana's going to cast Enhance Ability and bestow herself with Owl's Wisdom.
Okay, give me a D100 roll.
Yeah, okay. That is a 96.
Oh no.
Oh, God. And you know what else? I probably wasted this turn, because that says advantage on wisdom checks, and I'm not sure that extends to
This
saves.
is a saving throw.
Yeah.
I would
Well-
let you throw a spear right now if you wanted to.
I think that throwing a spear is probably all I'm gonna be good for right now. So yeah,
Thank you.
I'll
I will take back on in an alternate universe was a frightening and terrible wild magic we are about to receive maybe later. Go ahead and roll.
Cool, thanks. Being frightened, I'm assuming it's disadvantage. on that.
Disadvantage.
Yep. No, promise you that is not gonna hit.
I believe you.
Gonna try one more spear attack. Definitely not.
Okay, go ahead and make your wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Oh, damn! Well, that's 19 on the dice plus 2, 21.
21 is the DC. So you are no longer afraid.
Thank
Wow.
God! Oh! At last.
Nana, that sinking feeling disappears, but as the room grows cold, Fenrir raises one leg and, using a legendary action, will slam his foot onto the ground, and beneath you, you feel the ground rumble, and a pillar of ice shoots
Oh
upwards.
God.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Me?
Yes.
Cool. Man.
Hmm.
Katie, I need you to have a discussion with these dice. That's a 10.
You are going to take
Mm.
22 points of cold damage, and you are knocked prone.
Fuck. Oh boy, guys. Nana's bad.
That is your turn. That's Fenrir's legendary action. Fen, you are up. Roshan, you are on deck. You do vibe.
Fenn's gonna. I just dropped a die. Sorry. Hold on.
You guys vibing? You guys good?
Yep, we're
Don't
good.
worry. I'm
All
sure
right.
I'll devour everyone and we'll get out of here in a minute.
Yeah, it'll
All
be
right,
fine.
cool. Fen is absolutely gonna level his bow at this big ass wolf and take a couple of shots. Maybe there's a
Okay.
pelt to be had at the end of it.
What a
Disadvantage
beautiful
'cause
thing
of
to
fear-
wear to a party. The pelt of Fenrir.
Disadvantage
Ooh.
because of the
Uh-huh.
because of the fear condition. Oh, 22 for one hit.
22 hits.
Do I have an ally within 5 feet?
Yeah, Nyx is right in the thick of it.
Sweet, I love that. Okay, 12, 20, 25, 23, 20, 28 points of damage with the first one. Second shot. I think that's gonna miss. God damn it. Does a 16 hit?
16 does not hit.
Okay, that one misses.
Arrows dig into this thing as it tries to rally against its binds. It is becoming frantic and manic, its eyes blown wide in just deep pits of despair. Is that the end of your turn, Fen?
Fun's gonna stand his ground
So brave.
and yeah, just try and keep its attention on him. And
Okay,
that is the
wisdom
end of
saving
Fan's
throw.
turn. Cool. No, he's gonna fail that.
All right. And as you stand your ground, you watch this foot slam into the ground. A pillar of ice rises and slams into Nana. And the eyes turn to you, vacant and hollow, and a foot slams down. A pillar rises up beneath you, Fen. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
That is a 15.
Okay, you are going to take the full damage, but the half damage because evasion. Roll. Oh, see, this is nice. Okay, you're going to take 17 points of cold damage then. That is the half.
Cool. When Fen falls to the ground, he does not
Mhm.
respond.
Okay. Fen falls prone along with Roshan. Roshan, I need a death saving throw.
I just put it in your DM.
Thanks, Beeb. Thank you. Roshan continues to lay on the floor. Ice coating their body. Not much movement to be seen. Slowly, the room goes very, very still.
Hmm.
Anywho, on to the next. Nyx.
Am I able to cast spells with a vocal component if I'm speaking bubbles?
In this scenario, the bubbles are your vocal component. So they will,
Nice.
the bubbles are like, yeah, what's up, dude? This is talking.
Blub, blub.
Oh. Gosh.
Have you heard of it? This is talking.
This is how this works.
Yeah.
So we're gonna stick with the lower level slots just to try to get people up for now. And throw a healing word at Roshan.
Okay.
So that would be not much health. 10. If he's not dead.
He wasn't dead.
Roshan. Yeah,
Well, now
Roshan,
you
your
have
eyes
10.
open. Roshan, you have 10 hit points.
And I'll roll my magic.
Yeah,
surge.
I'd love the surge, please. The surge has been so fun for me, emotionally, physically.
Wild magic, wild magic.
That's 54.
50.
A lot of 50s on these dice today.
50.
What does it mean?
Oh no.
It's, let me make a note.
A note?
Taking notes.
Let me make a note. Casual and normal.
Okay.
Nyx,
Uh-huh.
is that the end of your turn?
Let's see. Alright. Oh, that's a bonus action to do that. I swing at the guy.
Yeah, swing at
With
it. You look Fenrir in the face, and you swing.
And I
Oh
swing.
God.
Your poison thing, it'll be immune to, you know.
Well, that's fine. It still will get a little bit of damage.
Please no potted plant.
You know? That's a solid 3 of slashing damage.
What did you roll to hit?
You know? Never mind. It's nothing, because that's a 1.
Okay. You begin to just try to go ham on this ancient being, this shadow, this memory of an ancient being. But you know, you stand your ground. You are currently the only thing near this thing's mouth.
But I only poisoned myself with 1 damage, too. So, you know, it's normal.
Perfect.
This is fine.
And if you could go ahead and roll 5d6 and just hold on to the number for me.
I got you.
Thank you. Just hold on to that. Thanks. Kel, you are up.
All right, I'm going to approach this thing again, and we're gonna try to go ham on it as well. God damn it! All right, second swing's the charm, right, guys?
Right, guys.
So 19 hit him.
19 does not hit.
God damn it!
Okay.
All right. Well,
Hey. That's what you got, Keld. You go and stand next to Nyx at the mouth of Fenrir.
yep.
We're doing great. Teamwork.
Nyx gives you a thumbs up and bubbles just kind of flow out of her mouth. It is now the shadow's turn. And the shadow, exasperated, multiple hands move forward and place atop the same arm that they were not able to bind and are going to attempt to one more time. Fenrir is going to attempt to save.
Get him.
And a third tether binds the third leg to the ground, one paw left and scraping at the ground to try and pull itself free, panic setting in. That is the shadow's turn. And now it is Fenris Wolf. Let's see if it gets its breath weapon back.
We would like to request that it doesn't.
Likewise.
All right, it's going to do what it can then to the people in front of it. It is going to take its bite against Keld. Does a 19 hit you, Keld?
That just hits.
Man, buddy.
Where's your magic shield now, baby?
It's right here. Roshan will use his last bardic inspiration to take a d8
Yes.
off of that.
Hell yeah.
Cutting words. Roshan says, right
Wow.
here.
Right here, beach.
Right
Take
here.
7 off of that.
Right here, you
And-
son of a bitch.
Right here, Keld, you bring your shield in front of you, and this giant mouth, the size of you, bigger than you, encloses around the edges, and you feel your strength and magic push at the mouth as the teeth try to bite into you, and you push it away.
Yes.
So
But that
strong.
pisses it off, and now it's going to use all of its claw attacks against you.
Oh,
no.
Now it's furious.
Well, it only has one claw available.
Babe,
That's true.
He's going to do his damnedest. Yes, that is. Okay. Math stopped mathing for a solid couple seconds. I'm back in.
Mm.
Math do that sometimes.
Keld, you're going to take 20 points of slashing damage
Ouch.
as you push the mouth away, but feel claws dig into your side and tear your flesh away.
Oof.
This panicked creature is spiraling a bit. The thing is, it doesn't look incredibly hurt, is the thing. It looks like it
But he's
has
freaking
taken
out.
some hits, but it's the fact that it is being bound that seems to be where the panic lies. That is Fenrir's turn. Nana, you're up. Fen, you're on deck.
Well, is it possible for Nana to reach Fen in one turn with 40 feet of movement?
Let's see, how far away is Nana from Fen?
Around behind, I'd have to get up from prone first, so half my
Oh,
movement,
there's-
then 20.
You're,
Shit.
yeah, if you're halved, no way.
Fuck. Okay, well, I gotta get up from prone first. Then
So you could dash there, but
that's all I could do.
that's all you could do.
Fuck. Okay, Okay, I'm going to stand up from prone and I'm going to dash over to Fen and take a defensive position over him. Getting ready to use a good berry, but, well, no, gonna get ready to use the other potion that I have in my pack.
Okay.
We gotta get a fighter up.
All right, there you go.
But that's, I don't think that's a bonus action. I think that is an action, is it not?
It's going to be an action like a potions, good berry, all actions to put in the body.
Got it.
That is Nana's turn. Fen, I'd love you to roll me a death saving throw. You can send me the outcome.
Hang in there.
I will send you the outcome.
Why, thank you. Moving along. Roshan, you're away.
Yay.
Yay.
Everything is bad.
Yes.
His wings are still out, so I think he'll say something frustratedly like, "Why won't you just submit?" To the
Roshan
wolf.
yells across the room
Yeah.
because he cannot
Yeah,
whisper.
magic. Clenching
And
his
a
teeth
19
around
doesn't
it.
hit,
19 does not hit.
but 27 does.
27
yeah.
does.
And does max damage on one bolt again, 22 damage.
Nice.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll say I hope this doesn't bite me in the ass, and then we'll healing word at 2nd level on Fen. I will tell you how much you get in a second, but I rolled a 75 wild magic.
Wild magic, wild magic, wild magic.
You get 12 HP back.
There you go.
Big
Roshan
thanks.
stands and glows like a beautiful beacon in the night.
Hell yeah!
Light erupts in a 30-foot radius from Roshan, beautiful and glowing and angelic. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of Roshan is instantly blinded because it is so bright. So that's what
Fuck!
Roshan is going
Jesus.
on right now.
So just walk up on Fenrir, and then we go around the
anything
back.
else, Roshan?
That's it.
All right. Nyx, you were up. Keld, you're on deck.
Wow. Gotta cast more magic, guys.
Gotta cast more magic.
Obviously.
More.
More magic. Sure, maybe we could fireball ourselves, but also.
But why not do magic? You know, it didn't work last time, but I would try to blind this wolf.
Give it
Okay.
a shot.
Cast blindness on it. So that's a.
If you can't, maybe Ro can.
Who knows? It's a 19 Constitution saving throw.
Okay. It has to roll very, very low.
Well, maybe
To
the
fail a
dice
con
will be
save.
kind.
Maybe. They were not. It once again, it was a low number I just rolled, but it was not low enough.
It's
Go ahead and roll me a D100 though. Hey guys, if nothing else, you die doing wild magic, right?
which is all
Yeah,
we really
and like,
want.
who could want anything else?
It's
I
a-
wouldn't ask for anything else.
we're out of the 50s. It's a 40 this time.
Ooh.
40.
Yeah.
You feel warmth embrace you for a moment. And you regain 2d10 hit points.
Fancy.
So you can go ahead and roll those and have those. Those are for you.
Hooray!
Anything else, Nyx?
Yeah. You know? I've forgotten many times. I need that Constitution save from a wolf because he's got spores on him.
Love to. Most certainly not.
Damn.
No.
Well,
Once
Then we're
again,
done.
Fenrir's good at a couple things. This is one of them. That is your turn, Nyx. Moving over to Keld, but first I will use my 3rd legendary action. Let's see what's going on. This guy's in front of me. This one I don't like either. I'm gonna fight Nyx because she tried to blind me. Fenrir turns to you, wild, crazed, and is going to use a legendary action to take a bite attack. How many hit points are we sitting at? I'm just curious.
25. No, not 25. Sorry. Math? 45.
45. Wow, that's
45.
very lucky.
Sorry, I got two different spots of numbers here between temp and
No,
regular.
totally fine. You take 19 points of piercing damage,
Cool.
and and 17 points of fire damage.
Okay, I'm gonna have that with absorb elements. So
Okay.
that goes down to 8.
And go ahead and give me another D100 for absorb elements.
Yeah.
This is the amount of color and sparkle and ripping and tearing of magic in this place. It looks like a carnival of disasters as
You know?
things are ripped into reality that were not once there, nor should they be there.
Last time we got a 38.
38.
Yeah.
Roll me a D6.
5.
And you watch at the far end of the room 5 jellyfish-like creatures emerge from the ground and sort of look over at the scenario. And one of them
Saga?
puts a hand to the cheek. And they all just sort of back up. They all just back up to the far corner. So these creatures they all just back up and away. So they do not seem to wish to engage. They are gentle seeming things. But they're here.
Saga is our friend. I will note that.
Hey guys,
It's
I
like
swear.
she's here with us.
Nix, is there anything else?
No.
All right, Keld, you're up.
All right. I gotta hit this guy. We got. I gotta hit this guy.
Oh
No!
my god.
I can't hit this guy.
Why?
I can't roll over a fucking 19.
That's very sad.
Huh?
Keld, you are doing your damnedest, keeping a good portion of its gaze in your position, but you just cannot cause damage. Anything else, Keld?
Can't cause nothing. No, I'm gonna stand here.
The shadow looks to you. Many heads turn in your direction. Do you want to help? I know how you could help. Would you like to assist?
I'd like to help.
Distract it, distract it, distract it.
Mm,
And they raise a hand and like wiggle their fingers.
no.
We will bind it if you distract it. Promise. Keld, would you like to put your hand into the mouth of Fenrir?
Mm.
Oh, buddy.
Yes, but not my dominant one.
Good point.
And you're like,
good idea.
left, right, this one.
The one that
Held.
doesn't do the sword.
The one not holding the sword.
Held, from your position of having your shield in front of you, you pull it back and away and reach your hand out, and it's a delicate affair. It is a moment where your eyes lock with a monster. And your hand sort of floats in the free space between its teeth. And the shadows are going to attempt to bind the last leg. This gives Fenrir disadvantage, as its eyes lock with you, entranced. This moment of trust or betrayal, it doesn't know, but it stares at you.
Is this a meet cute?
Oh my are you single?
Not if you know your Norse mythology, but you know, who knows?
Babe,
This
are you
could be different.
available? Are you like, what's up? What's good?
Hot wolves looking for singles in your area?
Sorry that this description is bookended by this.
Oh no.
You hate to do it, but okay. The world
Tears
around
will
the
flow.
world. I'm not talking to anybody at this table till the end of the session.
It's
Sorry,
understandable.
Julian.
Everybody's in timeout.
It's understandable. Have a good night.
Thank you. Everybody bows. Keld. The rest of the world fades away. And you stand in a room with a scared being. And it's a scared monster. That's what they kept saying. A beast, a monster. And it just existed and roamed the plains, and it bothered no one. But premonition led to its downfall. Acts it said it would never commit. Fate said it would. And that was enough to bind it. And it was tricked by a friend. A friend who promised it safety. And placed their hand in the mouth. As a sign of respect and trust. And you stare into its eyes, and it stares back, and it is afraid. And so are you. And you see light out of the corner of your eye as the fourth leg is bound and pulled downwards. The eyes widen in shock. And reflexively, the mouth slams down around your arm, digging into the flesh as you have to center yourself as it begins to sink. Fenrir's form grabbed by bindings, pulled deep into the rocks, cracking and snapping sounds as you are still attached to the monstrosity, as it holds on to your arm, as it is the only thing above ground, the only thing to keep it tethered. And then that is no longer there. You are staring at a vacant space where your hand once was. And you can feel your stomach twist and turn as your mind tries to process what stands before you. As a terrible, hurt whine fills the space, and you watch this shadow of Fenrir twist and bend and pulled taut. And as these vines twist inwards, they rip through its body. Shards of shadow fly out to all corners of the room and dissipate on impact. And all of you stand there, with no remnants of a monster you just fought, except the gentle drip sounds of Keld's blood hitting the floor where it once stood.
Keld.
And with that is where we are going to stop for tonight.
Oof.
Thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it. We love telling you a story, even if sometimes we go a little late, but look what we wrought. Here at the Dice Cult, we have stuff and things going on. If you head over to youtube.com/the Dice Cult, you can watch all of our past episodes of On the Backs of Gods. How did we get here? You can watch other D&D games, one-shots, Vampire the Masquerade, whatever you please. We got the stuff. You can go check it out. I'm sure we got something you'll like. If you'd like to keep up with us, we are at... I choked a little. We are at Backs of Gods on Instagram and Twitter. If you'd like to keep up all of us, we are at the Dice Cult on Instagram and Twitter. And of course, we are all very excited and very happy to be having Katie's dice in our hands, and we all love it. Dragon Ink dice. Russ
They're
dice
great.
rolling real nice today. Big preach. I'm sure Russ will love getting to use
Soup
them.
dice.
Soup
I
dice,
bet he
boys.
will.
Once again, thank all of you for being here. We really appreciate and love telling you a story. And we will be here same time, same place, Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we will see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for joining us, cultists.
That was fun.